You're on the Sister Bond and virtual thing right now. You spoke to her?
Yeah, we got a pattern. Everything we touch, back by research that matters. No shortcuts, no guesses. We dig deep in the data. True hunters on a mission. Climbing up the ladder. We don't stop, we don't quit, we don't fold under pressure. If the roof buried deep, we excavate forever. Not on what you call it. Door for the key component. Spirit provides the proof. Now we got the weapon. We on it. Tear it down. Bring the truth to the ground. Light it up, light it up.
You got to add me back in.
Every frequency we level, aligned to the truth, we exposing every devil. Platform activated, seeds planted in the soil. Research is our weapon, dedication is our oil. We work in the shadows just to bring things to the light. Wrong gets corrected when we step into the thing. We made all we committed to the past. Energy continue, yeah, we break, we on the left.
Tear it down, bring the truth to the ground. Light it up, energy don't give up. Find it now, make the lost get found. Mind blow, restore, NAOMI'S lab and explore. Now we go.
Energy with it, lounge, like do it, like do it. Like we hunt till it's found, too high up till it down. Who are we? Energy, seeding truth through the journey.
Let's go.
Watch us shine.
My new work, that's the motto that we live by. Pattern recognition, see the truth remain a single eye. Research documentation, every fact we verify. Spirit-led investigation, reaching for the most high. Frequency alignment, got the whole team synchronized. Everyone restored when the landmine gets revived. Truth seekers, light bringers, that's the NLG way. NAOMI'S journey continues every single day. Tear it down, bring the truth to the ground. Light it up, NLG don't give up. Find it now, make the lost get found. Mind blown, restore, NAOMI'S lab and explore. NLG. No shortcuts, no guesses. We dig deep in the data. True hunters on a mission. Climbing up the ladder. We don't stop, we don't quit, we don't fold under pressure. If the roof buried deep, we excavate forever. Not gon' rule what you call it. Door for the key component. Spirit provides the proof. Now we got the weapon. We on it. Tear it down. Bring the truth to the ground. Light it up. Energy don't give up. Find it now.
Make the lost get found.
Mind blown, restore, NAOMI'S lab and explore.
All voices heard, every frequency we level. Aligned to the truth, we exposing every devil. Platform activated, seeds planted in the soil. Research is our weapon, dedication is our oil. We work in the shadows just to bring things to the light. Wrong gets corrected when we step into the thing. We made all we committed to the past. Energy continue, yeah, we break, we on the left.
Tear it down, bring the truth to the ground. Light it up, energy don't give up. Find it now, make the lost get found. Mind blown, work, that's the motto that we live by. Pattern recognition, see the truth remain a single eye. Research documentation, every fact we verify. Spirit-led investigation, reaching for the most high. Frequency alignment, got the whole team synchronized. Everyone restored when the landmine gets revived. Truth seekers like bringers, that's the NLG way. NAOMI'S journey continues every single day. Tear it down, bring the truth to the ground. Light it up, NLG don't give up. Find it now, make the laws get found. Mind blown, restore, Naomi's limited export. NLG. No shortcuts, no guesses. We dig deep in the data. True hunters on a mission. Climbing up the ladder. We don't stop, we don't quit, we don't fold under pressure. If the roof buried deep, we excavate forever. Not gon' rule what you call it. Door for the key component. Spirit provides the proof. Now we got the weapon.
In a moment, people.
Tear it down. Bring the truth to the ground. Light it up, energy don't give up. Find it now,
Make the laws get found.
mind blown, restore, Naomi's limited export.
All voices heard, every frequency we level. Aligned to the truth, we exposing every devil. Platform activated, seeds planted in the soil. Research is our weapon, dedication is our oil. We work in the shadows just to bring things to the light. Wrong gets corrected when we step into the light. We committed to the death. Energy continue, yeah, we break, we only live.
Bring the truth to the ground. Light it up, energy don't give up. Find it now, make the lost get found. Mind blown, restore, Naomi's lemon explode. Now we go.
Energy, loud G, like do it, like do it. Like we hunt till it's found. Too high up till it's down. Who are we? NLG. Seeding truth through the journey.
Let's go.
NAOMI'S land, watch us work, watch us shine.
Mind no work, that's the motto that we live by. Pattern recognition, see the truth remain a single eye. Research documentation, every fact we verify. Spirit-led investigation, reaching for the most high. Frequency alignment, got the whole team synchronized. Everyone restored when the landmine gets revived. Truth seekers like bringers.
What's up, everybody? It's about that time. We about to get to it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I hope everybody's doing okay today on this great Wednesday, because we are here. We are in the building. It is official. What is going on? How is everybody doing? What's up? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing out there? As y'all see, I got some extra visitors today. Not she done brought her clan. She's like, I was not trying. I'm chewing on some pizza or some gum. What's up? Let me get you. You muted yourself.
All right. Hello.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
How you feeling? How you doing? Welcome to another session. Good googly moogly. It's been a day. It's been a day, people. Isn't it a day every day? It's a day every single day. But my
Okay,
goodness,
every
it's been a
single
day.
day. Yes.
Hello. Welcome to part 2. Source or resource? To some people, it's source versus resource. But remember, we learned 2 weeks ago that source and resource can work hand in hand, but you never put the resource as the source in your life, right? That's what we learned, right? Yeah, that's what we
Yep.
learned. Yeah, that's what we learned. So, we're going to get to, as I always do, a video. Now, I'm going to play the source versus resource video that I also played in part 1. The reason I'm going to do that is because now you have some clarity on what we're talking about, and part 2 is going to bring it all together, because in part 2 today we're going to really talk about how we talked about, like, how the source is everything, how the source is locked in, how the source pretty much runs the show, and how resources are everything else, right? That's connected to the source. We also kind of dabbed into the fact that we're made in the source's image. So today, this is the fun part for me. Not saying talking about the source ain't grand enough, but the fun part is we're about to figure out how to apply that. Because that's the key. Knowing information is cool, but when we don't know how to apply it, it's just information. And we need information, but we need to know how to apply that too. And that's where wisdom comes into play. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So, y'all know how I am. Kick back. Y'all know we on the couch. We chilling. Ain't nobody here but me. I got long arms, don't I? Look at that wingspan. It's crazy. All right. We're going to get to it, though. So before we get started with all the talking, all right, and all the slide presentation, let's get into this video. Let's set the ground. All right. Remember what we talked about 2 weeks ago, source versus resource. When you watch it, remember, pay attention, lock in, see where it connects with you. Then we're going to start discussion and get it popping, okay? To my YouTube family, what's up? How y'all doing? I appreciate y'all for chiming in on YouTube Live. I respect y'all. I love y'all. I got the chat going over here, so if you talk to me on chat and YouTube today, had someone ask me, is the chat going to be up? I got the chat, all right? So I can see you, I can talk to you, I can get your questions if you ask them, all of that jazz. Facebook family, hello to you. What's up? Literally, my Facebook family is practically my family. Okay, so welcome all of those who are watching me. Hey, Mom, hey, Dad. Hey. Okay.
Oh my God.
Anyway, all right, so let's play this. Let's get this video popping, all right?
Another next level. What? Another next level Genesis. Release. Let's go. Spirit leads the way. Spirit leads the way. Soul says I obey. Soul says I obey. Body moves in grace. Body moves in grace. Finding my true place. Ooh, yeah. I got fire in me, older than time. Heaven's breath, the original design. I'm the driver, baby. I know where to go. Connected to the source, let it overflow. Never changing, never fading away. I was here before and I'm here to stay. Pure light, divine spark, that's my name. The spirit in me is an eternal flame. Oh, body, soul, spirit, can you feel it now? 3 parts of me, learning how to align, to shine, to finally be free. Spirit first, then soul, then body. Oh, I'm coming home to me. Living in divine harmony. When I let the spirit take control, that's when I become whole. I'm the feeling, I'm the fire in between, where the human and the holy convene. I'm your thoughts, your heart, your memories too. I translate heaven's language straight to you. Sometimes I'm confused, sometimes I'm afraid, but when spirit speaks, that's when I'm remade. I choose, I feel, I interpret the call. Soul in the middle, connecting it all. Body, soul, spirit, can you feel it now? 3 parts of me, we learn it how to align, to shine, to finally be free. Spirit first, then soul, then in the sacred deep inside. Hands that work, feet that move with purpose clear, making heaven visible right here. Yeah, I'm dust and bone, but I'm holy ground, where the spirit's truth can be found. I don't need, I follow what's divine. This body's just a vessel for the light to shine. What you got for me? Truth and clarity. So what you gonna do? Align myself with you. Body, how you gonna move? In the sacred groove. When we go together, we can't lose. Body, soul, spirit, I can feel it now. 3 parts of me, I figured out how to align, to shine, to finally be free. Spirit first and soul then body. Living in divine harmony. Yeah, when I let the spirit take control, that's when I become whole. Spirit leads the way, yes it does. Soul says I obey. Body moves in grace, so much grace. Finding my true place. Spirit leads the way, lead me home. Soul says I obey. I surrender. Body moves in grace, oh grace. I promise not to
All right. All right. What's up? What's up, Kai? Oh, y'all in for a treat. Y'all have no idea. Oh, my Gen Zers. I do not apologize. And to all y'all boomers, I hope he mess y'all up with what he about to say and ask, because I know it's going down. What's up, Kai? I'm glad you was able to join, man.
Not too much.
It's good seeing you. All right, so what we talked about,
Absolutely.
what you just saw was last 2 weeks ago. We talked about source and resource. Just basically just talking about how the source is the evidence of all things. The reason why all things are what they are is because of the source, and that everything else is a resource, no matter what it is. It could be a resource of Yahuwah. It could be a resource of anything else, the world, evil, a person's unadulterated soul, or adulterated soul, whatever it is. So the goal today is to figure out, since we're made in the image of Yahuwah, how to align ourselves with principles to be able to really be a true resource source from Yahuwah, connected from Yahuwah, getting everything that we do, everything that we say, everything that we believe in aligned in Yahuwah's ways. A lot of times, y'all
Right.
know I'm bringing up church. Y'all know I'm going to talk about it. You know I'm going to talk about it. It's not that I don't believe in the temple of Yahuwah. It's not that I don't believe and agree with the kingdom of Yahuwah. And it's not that I don't believe in Yahshua coming on the earth and preaching an amazing message of grace and mercy. All of that is true, but it's been whitewashed. Okay? Yahshua, all he did was cuss out in righteousness, whitewash tombs all day long. Okay? All day long. They were called Sadducees and Phadducees. They weren't called Phadducees. That's just me being funny. They were called Pharisees. But that's what they were, a big fad. That's what they were. That's why I say that. You know? And Sadducees meaning they were sad, you see. But anyway, then they were. They really were sad. Okay? There's most of our Western churches are built up by Sadducees and Pharisees. So when you go into scriptures and you start reading information in the New Testament and the Old, but the Old Testament really talks about Yahuwah's kingdom and his people and how they was just really stiff-necked and he was getting over, giving them a lot of grace. It's just a lot of rebuke and then a lot of grace. And then they're celebrating in their blessings and then they get rebuked again. And then there's a lot of grace. Then there's a lot of mercy. And it's all about just Yahuwah's people. Okay? All right? But in the New Testament, all right, when Yahuwah decided to bring in that branch of the heathens, that's us, America. That's us, okay? America, we the heathens, all right? When he decided to bring us in because his people, his original people, and some of us are his original people too, but we'll talk about that another day, okay? And I'll talk to you how to line to be his original person. But some of us got, grafted in the tree because he divorced him for a little while. He said, come on, since y'all don't want me, I'm going to go to the rest of the world and see if they want me. And come to find out, some of us whoremongers do. Look at that. Look at that. Some of us, that's what they call it in the church. They call us whoremongers. They, yeah, if that's too old school, I promise you, they know what I'm talking about. Okay, new school. Some of us who used to be hoes, he redeemed and washed us because whoremongers wasn't good for her. It wasn't good for her, y'all. So I had to say the other word, okay?
It was
And
good for me. I was just,
oh, okay. Just in case y'all didn't know, when she said that, I just figured maybe
might
that
be the
word is too
pain
old
medication.
school. Right? Too old
Get
school.
the pain medication.
Anyway, back to it. So some of the hoes in the world decided
Right?
that we really did want Yah. We didn't want to be a hoe no more, and we wanted to be aligned and purified. Now, a hoe can be many things. The bottom line is something that gets used up. Okay? You could be a hoe on food. You could be a hoe on money. You could be a hoe on time. Okay? You could be a hoe on gossip. A
I'm a
hoe is a
whole
lot of things. It ain't gotta just be
plus
sex.
size person.
All right? It ain't gotta be sex.
To ask my daughter if I was a hoe because I'm a plus size person. She said, I don't know.
Well, hey, talk about it. If you want to bring it up, we can talk about it. Freedom is for you today, sister. Freedom, freedom is for you today. No, but seriously, the goal, the bigger goal is I want people to understand that when I say to you, church this and church that, you're going to hear a lot about me talking about it. I'm talking about the church that was built up by the Catholic people. Love you, Catholics. I know I'm Salam Aleka, ain't you? But it's all the same,
Oh,
right? It's all the same because it's from religion. And over here at NLG, we get everybody away from religion. We bring them to a one-minded belief system, which is Yahuwah's kingdom. That's the goal. We want everybody over here to study to show themselves approved on their own. We want everybody here to know who Ruach Kodesh is and have Ruach Kodesh spirit living in them. Okay? We want that spirit guiding them to the temple they're supposed to be in, and not somebody's grandma who got the slave Bible back in the freaking 1700s and passed it down a few generations calling it truth. They only had 13 chapters. 13. Can't be too much truth. And all they was taught was how to be the white man's slave. Yeah, I said white man because it's the truth. Okay, know your history. It's all over the world. Even the Russians know that the people were bronze. All right? It's not about color, but it is about truth. It's about origin. All right? That's really what it's about. Yahuwah's word is for everybody. Yahuwah's word is for anyone who is willing to listen, have ears to hear, and begin that journey one with Yahuwah and Yahuwah with them. All right? So what I want to do is get to some slides. I want to get to some basic clarity on what the spirit, soul, and body is. And Kai, will you do me a favor? Will you text Kai and tell
Miracle's texting
him
him right now.
to
He said his
put
connection is bad.
it's okay. Tell him to go to YouTube and type in at Next Lev Gen. So that's NEXLEVGEN. And he can get all this on live. And if he want to drop in on YouTube, tell him I'm right here in the chat. He can drop in whatever he want, and we can do it that way. Tell him no worries at all, and he won't miss a bit of this.
Can you
All right.
repeat what you said? What did you say?
At the at sign and then next NEX Lev LEV and then GEN, and I'm live on that now. I can see it. So all right, cool. So let's get to these slides. Y'all. I don't want to waste no more time. Or this video per se that I turn from slides. So look, understanding the body, soul, and spirit. Look at there, people. That's so beautiful. Yeah, so technical, so shiny. Woo! All right. So three interconnected aspects
Oh God.
of human experience. All right, wait a minute. Hold on. Don't be fast forwarding. Now, look. See how the computer it can't be trusted. This is why they don't need to replace us with these technology people. Okay. Let me open this up, y'all. Let me open this up. so I can read it, so I can see it, even though I got it on the screen right here. All right, so three interconnected aspects of human existence. We have the spirit, we have the soul, and we have the body.
Oh,
So, and for anybody who's not talking in the moment, you can mute for me, just so that they can't hear you. And if you want to ask a question or say anything, please feel free to unmute. I just want to make sure everybody can hear everything that's going on. So, spirit, soul, body. All right, we were made up in the image and the likeness of Yahuwah. All right, Yahuwah is not just an ideal of person. Yahuwah is a whole identity. All right, an entire identity of everything that ever existed. Yahuwah is not science. Okay, sometimes we get that confused and we separate the two. Remember, science is supposed to be here to confirm Yahuwah in a natural way, or in this term, a body way. So we look, when you see body, think of that as the physical material world. Okay, this shell that we have, this machine that we have, this vehicle that we have, this body has something called a soul that it was assigned to, or the soul was assigned to the body. All right, the reason that soul was assigned to that particular body was because of purpose. All right, what happens is, if that particular soul is not connected to its spirit, the spirit of that soul, which is born and living with Yahuwah from the beginning of all things. Okay, it's been with Yahuwah since the beginning of time. Before your mama and your daddy started deciphering if they wanted a kid or not, we know most of us was accidental anyway. Okay, we was just, I ain't even gonna say that, because y'all gonna say that I'm being, I'm gonna say it, because at this point we talk about it behind closed doors anyway, and I'm tired of the this is my channel, so I'm gonna say it. Some of us came after a few cum stains, okay, a few tries. It was based on lust and perversion and ideas. It was based on, ooh, she's so sexy. It was based on, some of us are titty babies. What is that, Nay? Titty babies. A man saw that titty looked good, and he said, I'm going to lay with that titty. And then here you came, talk about, ooh, I came into the world of love. No, you did not. No, you did not. You came into the world full of lust, sex, perversion, and craziness, okay? And your parents are trying to do a good job at saying to you, baby, you got purpose and destiny in you, and you're going to be somebody. But they don't even know who they are half the time to tell you who you are. All right? We all know that to be true. Now, some of us were playing. Very few. In our generation, very few. Those days are far and in between. Matter of fact, the most planned babies now are coming from tubes and artificial and inseminations. They're AI babies. All right? AI. Artificial insemination. That's where I get that from. So that's the planned ones at this point. It really is. Most of them. Most of them. Not all of them, but anyway. I'll get off the soapbox on that. The bottom line is, your purpose and your destiny didn't come from your parents, is my point. So there's a scripture in the Bible, right, that says, when your mother and father forsake you, I bear you up. I take you in automatically as mine. Why does Yahuwah do that? Because the assignment of the people, those two souls, with that particular baby, they were supposed to be reintroducing, had they known to connect to the source themselves, that particular baby back to its known purpose place, their spirit. All right? So let's get into some definitions real quick. All right? So the spirit, the original divine essence breathed by God, serving as the eternal blueprint and connection to source that leads and governs the entire being, or the whole being. That's spirit. Spirit is who you were before you had a soul, before you had a body. I need that to sink in, because you're not going to be able to process the how-to if you don't know who you are, if you don't know what you are. Some of y'all don't even know what you are. You think that you are vessels and cells and all this other kind of stuff, and you're so much more than that. Do not make yourself as small as this fire. I promise you. This ain't nothing. This material world is whack, okay? We can burn it down. We're still going to exist. So your spirit first. Your spirit had a name. Your spirit had a purpose. Your spirit is purpose. That's all it is. When we pass away from this place, physically, all right, Our soul gets measured by the work it's done. Our spirit goes right back to Yahuwah. Okay? I need you to process that. I know it might be a lot to process right now. Some of y'all just learned that you were spirit, soul, and body. Okay? But you are spirit. Your purpose is in your spirit. Your plans of Yahuwah is in your spirit. Your memory, your ideas, your power, all that you need. If you feel lost, if you're like, why am I here? Why do I live this life? This life is so hard. If you're going through all of this stuff, you probably are not aligned with who you are, your spirit. Okay? Then from the spirit, you have your soul. That's the human experience. All right? So the seat of the mind, emotions, and will, where spiritual truth is translated into human experience, choices, and understanding. So this is what happens. You're with Yahuwah. Yahuwah has a purpose in this earth. The purpose that we know of at the baseline of man is to have dominion on the earth, to multiply, to rule, and to let his kingdom reign here. So he has a spiritual place where his kingdom reigns, right? He decided to be real scientific, all right, and create another domain, another dimension that was tangible, that's supposed to look just like the spirit realm that Yahuwah is in, all right? So he created it, and he wanted us to embody all of that, to live in all of that, and to create in all of that. But what happened is, with all that giving comes much responsibility. He gave man all of this stuff, all right? But the natural man, does not comprehend spiritual things. At one point we did, but right now, don't comprehend spiritual things. We'll talk about why in a few. So the soul is assigned to your spirit. Your spirit is supposed to command your soul. You're supposed to be your own puppet master walking around here. But many people are lost because they don't know who their spirit is. They don't know who they are. And so then they listen to their mom. I'm supposed to be a doctor. A doctor? I had to hit the soldier boy. How are you supposed to be a doctor? Like, so Yah called your spirit from a heavenly place to be a doctor? For real? That's it. That's it. To fix people's bones. When he sent Yahshua down here to show you that you could just heal people if you're aligned with him in the spirit. That you don't need medicine. I ain't playing with y'all. I'm not going to do it because some of y'all going to rebuke me. Y'all going to say that I'm full of crap. Y'all going to say, but that was man created. That was man created, y'all. Another story for another day. Anyway, let's go to the body, all right? Physical vessel. This is the tangible physical vessel that houses the spirit and soul, enabling divine purpose to manifest and express in the material world. Okay? So your spirit, when you know who you are, you went to Yahuwah, the creator who made you. You didn't go to a TV show. You didn't go to your parents, your grandparents. You didn't go to a book. You didn't meditate on some crazy ideas. You went right to Yahuwah. You didn't go through a resource, like you didn't go to a shaman that told you who you are. Y'all follow me? You didn't go to a temple and ask that Buddhist priest who you are. You didn't go to a pastor and let the pastor tell you who you are. When that pastor still trying to figure it out himself or herself too, you went straight to Yahuwah. Okay? We learned last week how you do that. Remember, Toya asked that question. How do you do it? I gave y'all steps. I told y'all how to do it. Don't be asking me today. Go to the video, find it out. Go look it up. Okay? All right. So now that you know how to do it, your spirit, you talk to Yahuwah. Yahuwah said, this is who you are. Now you know who you are. You're like, oh, wow. Your lights cut on. You're like, wow, this is amazing. Your eyes change. Now from spirit, you're like Yahuwah. So what was the purpose of me having this particular soul and this particular body? So why did you assign me to this soul, to this human experience, to this particular part in the earth, to this particular family? Y'all follow me? Like, your parents didn't plan you, but Yahuwah did. Oh my God, some of y'all just got free. I know you did. You can cry. You can cry. Because many of us been abandoned and abused and beat up and misused for no reason. They just lost people, just don't know what to do with the babies. They don't know what to do with nobody. okay? Because they're lost themselves, all right? But you were not here for your parents. You were not made in the likeness of your parents. You carry your parents' DNA, okay? That's something totally different. That was assigned to you. Your spirit was assigned. So you have to ask, like, Yahuwah, yo, why them? Please believe I asked so many times, why this woman and this man? They were both ignorant knuckleheads. My mother told me that the reason I came was because my daddy was fine. She was 16 years old, hot in the pants. She had been running around for a few years with little boys. And she saw this fine 19-year-old. He over here ain't supposed to be having sex with girls. That's under 18, but we ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about it because I don't want a Me Too movement happening on you, Fred. And so, statutory rape, all late in age. Y'all know they're coming after everybody, so you know it happens. All right, so these two get together, they have sex one time, and boop, here I come. Bam, unplanned. All right, I was one of those, stains I talked about. All right, I was one of them babies. So then my mom was trying to figure out at 16, what do I do? Because it was unplanned, right? So now I'm in somebody's hands who's just as lost as I am. I just got here. I'm fresh from the kingdom of heaven. And she is lost, trying to tell me who I am. And she don't even know who she is. And y'all following me? A dad that wasn't here to tell me nothing because he was lost and didn't want to raise none of his kids, okay? All right, are y'all following me? Our parents, when they are lost, the best thing they can do is abandon us. Truthfully, the quicker that they abandon us, the quicker we can get to Yahuwah's hand. Because now it's just us and ourselves and Yahuwah. We have to rely on something bigger than ourselves, greater than ourselves, more phenomenal than ourselves, and it's the source. So now you go to the source. That's what I did. I went to the source. I started reading scripture, all that kind of stuff. Now I'm like, yo, who am I? What is my mind supposed to be geared on? What is my will supposed to be aligned with, right? What is my emotion supposed to feel like every day? That's based on my spirit's command. The less aligned you are with who you are, the more aligned you're going to be with the world and everything else that's in the world. That's why he tells us, you could be in the world, but don't be of it. I never intended anyone that was born in this place to be of this place. The world meaning the lower dimension, the fallen place. Okay, the place that's disconnected from the source. That's the world. So anything that you know of in your life or around you that's not aligned with the world, not aligned with Yahuwah, it's worldly. It's carnal. Or it's completely demonic. It's evil. Okay? That's period. It's period there. All right? Then the body. The body is whatever it is. So look, everybody sees me with a beard, right? Okay? This was an entire mistake. Okay? Take 1, take 2, take 3. On take 15 on my life, a girl decided that some pastor that told me that I was supposed to be something that I wasn't supposed to be, try to create false deliverance ideas in my life as a woman. All right? And because of me being lost, not listening to Yahuwah's voice, listening to some absurd resource, some pastor, I had a bishop that literally released me to another leader. And this leader, me wide open to this lady, getting mentored. She groomed me. She was 40. At the time, she was 40. And I was 25. All right. I can't remember. I met her at 24 or 25. But she was grooming me. All right. I was under her ministry. I was doing all these great works. I was with the youth. And her eyes got on me. And she was like, "Ooh, that one right there." And she saw a broken soul still. Someone who was still trying to find their way connected to the source. But didn't have all their screws tight. Wide open with no covering because nobody knew what to do with me because I'm walking around here liking women. So everybody's like, this is odd, a lesbian that really wants to do the kingdom work. They didn't know what to do with me. All they knew was to rebuke me and try to cast out devils. I'm not even joking. And anyone who's in the life or know the life know that's the truth, okay? On top of that, I couldn't hide it like other women. Y'all know there's a lot of feminine women that hide that they gay. I decided I wanted to walk in church with the big bag of jeans and the big t-shirts, talking about what's up, dog. So of course I just my sin was all over my body. Okay, everybody else hiding theirs. So that was the first thing that got attacked. Nobody was trying to teach me how to connect to source. Nobody was showing me how to get to source because a lot of them weren't doing it themselves and weren't connected either. They were caught up in the wide road, the wide lane. The lane of Christianity, of religion, of Muslim stuff, and of all of the stuff that's out there that people got a cap on. You know what I'm saying? So Yahuwah don't have a cap. Just for the record, there is no cap on Yahuwah. All right. The only lanes that Yahuwah have us drive in is righteous lanes, holy lanes. Outside of that is everything else. Okay. All right. Cool. So I had to regroup and get myself together. So when y'all see me as a woman on here and y'all see me talking, before y'all start running, talk about, oh my God, that person's over there speaking lies because you're trying to use what you see in the physical and you don't know the story behind what you see. Go talk to Yahuwah about me. Go talk to Ruach Kadesh about me. I promise you, they'll confirm me. Okay? It's a reason for everything. All right? So I got caught up in some mess, some horrible mess. And luckily, before I decided to add a penis to my lower part that I wasn't born with and cut off my boobs, he jacked me up and was like, I purpose your spirit with that soul to be placed in that womb and for you to be born as that girl. Period. Now, y'all can science and doctor y'all way out of that all y'all want. But I have talked to many, many, many of trans women, or trans men, I should say, that come from my city of Charlotte. Shout out to all y'all who know me. I'm not going to call you by name. And they have had real heart-to-hearts with me, trying to understand why they can hear that girl voice inside their soul still, but they a man. I'll tell you why. Because you tried to reassign something that the world or confusion or brokenness or what your mom and daddy didn't do to protect you or some odd thing of lust and perversion or whatever it is, you try to assign that to your life instead of asking Yahuwah first, yo, how does this apply to me? How does this work for me? All this that I'm born into, all this that I'm going into. This is real talk, yo. This is real talk. So I told her, Yahuwah, for gracing me to see truth, to know righteousness, and to see things the way they're supposed to be seen, even with all of my own, obscurities of sight and ideas about life. For real, that whole statement you hinted, if it had not been for the Lord on my side, I don't know where I'd be. And a lot of times, they still don't know where they are. Talking about where they be. For real. Not even joking. Not even joking. They're no closer to Yahuwah than they were when they decided to get to the cross. So anyway, fast forward. Let's go. Let's move further. I think y'all get the picture about the spirit, the soul, and the body. Now, if you have questions, you could definitely let me know. I will definitely answer. Or we could just have a little chitter. I don't care which one. Hold on. I see Kai, you trying to get back in. Let me Nope. It dropped off again. Okay. All right, Kai, just letting you know I see you. I see you trying to get in. What's up, Roz? What's up, Poetic Therapy? What's up? Kai said connection issues. I see you, brother. It's all good. All right, let me go to the next thing. Let's go to the next thing. Y'all know I'm gonna talk some junk, right? Y'all better be glad I ain't in my I ain't gonna say it because y'all gonna be like, you talking about a spirit and you over here used to drink spirits. And did. I had a lot of spirit friends. A lot of them. They were at the ABC store. We'll talk about that another day too. Alright. Let's go into the spirit. Alright, let's go into the definitions of the spirit. So the spirit is the eternal God-breathed essence within every human being. Alright? It is the original divine spark that connects us directly to the source of all creation, carrying the blueprint of our divine purpose and true destiny. All right? The source connection to divine intelligence, blueprint of divine purpose. It is eternal. It is unchanging. All right. It's incorruptible, meaning it cannot be corrupted. It leads and governs the soul and the body, the origin of true identity. It receives truth directly from the divine. So, the reason why it's important for you to connect to your spirit and know how to do that is because you will be without purpose until you align with yourself. You all trying to align with everything else, and you're not aligning with your spirit. You're not aligning with the source. You'll never find your purpose. You'll never get to it. You're going to be hitting dead end after dead end after dead end. Something you're going to do something that's going to feel good because you're good at it. Ooh, I wish VP was on here. Because you're great at it. Because it's just something that somebody said, yeah, you're so good at that. That's your calling. That's your purpose. How do you know? Like, how do you know? We should be telling people who we are. No one should be telling us who we are. Period. Why did he give you a brain if he wanted you to be puppy master by somebody else? Some people would have brains and other people would be empty skulled. And the people with brains would be the people that would be known as the higher people, and they would be commanding the other people with no brain on what to do with their lives. He didn't do that, y'all. Why didn't he do that? Ta-da. Because you have your own spirit. A spirit that's been connected and called by Yah to be in this earthen body with the soul. All right? Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Boom, 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 boom. Keep on going, keep on going. Da, 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 da. That's my music with the video. All right. The divine navigator, the spirit, acts as a cosmic pilot navigating your life's journey. All right? It's divine. It keeps you focused. It keeps you aligned. All right? That other little block that says, watch how the spirit functions as a driver of the human existence. The reason I do videos is so that you can see kind of like, if you were to imagine that video as it was running, as like a spirit just funneling through your physical body. Just funneling through. Like those walls and those lights, it's like your physical body. Or you can look at it even like an umbilical cord, because that's really what the idea was for me. It's like a spiritual umbilical cord, and it is just dumping from your spirit, man, dumping information to your soul. But if you have blockers up in your mind, in your will, and in your emotion, you're never going to be able to understand how to get to purpose, how to be aligned to Yahuwah. You like, I don't know Yahuwah's voice. I don't understand Yahuwah's voice. How do you know Yahuwah's voice? Do you know your own? Do you know your own? Or is the voices that you have in your mind those that were placed there? How do you know? Okay, I'll tell you. Go get away by yourself. Cut off all social media. See, this is where it gets challenging. Remember I told you, I'm going to give y'all the how-to. Get away from your friends. I didn't say cut them off. I said get away from them. Take a vacation and designate that time for you and Yahuwah. Tell your boo thing, I can't have sex with you. Why, Nay? Because you need to cut off all access to your soul for a minute so that your mind and your will and your emotions can only hear the voice that Yah has given you in the spirit realm. That's why. Disconnect from TV. Shut your phone off. Stop talking to people. Tell your boss, I see you in 3 days. I see you in 2 days. Fast from food. Your physical body. You want everything to align? You want your mind, your will, emotions to align? You need your physical body to align? All of that. Are you saying something to me?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? At all? You can't hear me at all? Like whatsoever? Can y'all hear me out there? Poetic, Rosalind, can y'all hear me out there?
Let me leave out and come back.
Hey, hold on. Let me do a check real quick. Can y'all hear me out there?
Hear you.
You can't hear me? Oh no, it says that no. Okay. It's probably her phone, y'all. My apologies for stopping like that. I was told that I wasn't heard. It says YouTube can hear. Perfect. Thank you, YouTube. Appreciate y'all. What's up, Kiki? All right, back to it. I don't remember what I was saying, but nevertheless, apologies. I gotta make sure everybody's aligned. I'm one
I
of
can
them.
hear you now.
This ain't no recorded stage play, y'all. This ain't no sermon on the mount. When I say that, I don't mean Yahoo. This is me. This is raw. Okay.
Can you
All
hear
right.
me?
Yep, I can hear you. We can all hear you. Yes, ma'am. All right. You got a question?
Not yet. I'm waiting for the
Okay. All
conversation
right.
piece.
All right. Go ahead and mute for me. Thank you so much. All right. So, and next time, just come into the studio and tap me. All right. You acting like you so far. All right, y'all. She's not that far. She's not that. Have mercy. Okay. This is something I want to pivot to something real quick. VP, she's not here. I don't know if she's gonna be here today, but she has something. I'm telling y'all, it's like fire on me on what needs to be said. All right. She made a statement to me this week, and she said that one of the things that has kept her and a lot of people from being able to align with themselves is one thing, and it's called fear. Fear. I wish she was here. Y'all need to hear it. Yahoo really needs people to hear that. Fear. And she described it in a way personally where a lot of the things that she hasn't done in life had to do with the reason of being scared of doing it. And what we talked about was how our lives, the world system is built around fear. This entire world is built around fear. What do you mean, Nate? All right, let's talk about the system of the world with credit and bills and housing and food. It is every single day we're getting closer and closer to a codependent society on the realm of the world. And every single day, this world, the people in this world, is becoming less and less dependent on Yahuwah for food, for money, for wisdom, for sight, for purpose, for direction, for doing the right thing, for knowing what to do, just entertainment, everything. Everything is starting to be in this boxed, worldly connected center. And unfortunately, because of that, our generation, after every generation, more and more and more and more, they're becoming more and more blind, more and more hindered, more and more what is the truth, more and more everything's a lie. Y'all can't tell with this generation that just came out, this generation that's graduated from high school and college. Y'all can't tell. Y'all can't tell these babies ain't lost. Y'all don't see it. My millennials, y'all don't see y'all kids struggling. Y'all don't see y'all kids. Do y'all know that this generation, a third of this generation has already committed suicide? Did y'all know that? Yeah, I got stats, okay? I got research. I'm not just talking from myself. A third of this generation has just decided, I'm done. There's no use. There's nothing here for me. There's nothing here to do. This place is ghetto. I'm out of here. Why? That doesn't frighten anyone. That doesn't scare anyone. That doesn't make you want to stop and think about what you're doing wrong and figure out why you think you're so right. Why we got to be right all the time in the first place? Why we just can't go to Yahoo and just do it and be obedient? Why does it have to be ego? Because you're scared. Fear. Fear mongering. Naomi, I can't do that. I gotta work, I gotta pay bills. Why you gotta work and pay bills? Because I'm dependent on the system to go to the grocery store to get food. Well, why won't you just buy 2,000 seeds, go create a little garden, and go plant and learn? It's too much work. I don't know how to do it. You're scared. That's all. You're scared. You're scared. You're scared. Right? So now, because you don't know how, you don't want how, you're too lazy how, whatever it is, you done told yourself it's old fashioned, it's old school, we don't got to do all that. Now, you over here eating plastic, eating dead people. My niece, all right, is 17 years old. That girl is almost a toothpick. She has talked to me multiple times and said, I am scared to eat food. She's scared to eat food out the grocery store. She checks everything. She's scared to eat fast food, no food, high food, low food. She's scared of it all. And you know why she's scared? Because she doesn't have an environment that is showing her the right food in every dimension and supplying that to her every single day. So she's frightful for her organs. She's frightful for her mind. She's frightful for her future. Facts. This is true. We have what we need, but we're not taking what we need and using it the right way. Let me see. Fear can rule this. We got Kai. Fear can rule the way it does because there is convenience in getting verbal confirmation. Let me see what that say. Hold on. What is that? From the world instead of asking the true source. I think that's what you said. That's what you said. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. And it's so true. And you know why they need verbal confirmation, man? Because they can hear it because it's natural. It's from the world. It's materialized. You know who the prince of the power of the air is? You know who that is? An amazing fallen angel that acts as an angel of light, deceiving men. You know who the devil is not? The devil that the church says he is. He is not red horned. No. Y'all, even a person who's doing evil would run away from a monster. Y'all stop playing with me. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Angel of light. How is the devil an angel of light? Because as an angel of light, he can hide amongst all of us, preaching good tidings to the world. It's kind of like Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. It's kind of like the Easter bunny. A bunny that drops out eggs. That is absurd. And the church lets y'all do Easter egg hunts. What does that got to do with the source? I'm going to move on. I'm not even going to do it. All right? I'm not even going to do it. They pick and choose out the scriptures what they want to do and what they don't want to do. And that's called denominations. And just for the record, non-denominational churches is a denomination. What's the denomination, Nate? Non-denominational. Have mercy. Y'all better stop letting them fool y'all into being fools. You know, I used to do it. I'm telling you. I started thinking for myself. It was too many people in my mind. It was causing too much confusion. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the scriptures. This is too much. You got me running every which way. You got me double-minded, double-viewed, and double-sided. I don't know where I'm going. Let me just stick to one thing and one thing only, the source. That's it. Lead your body by your soul. You can't lead your body if your soul is lost. So if your body is out of control in any way, it doesn't matter what it is. It's not just food. It's anything. It could be sex. It could be obscure habits. It could be anything. Fixations on stuff. Whatever it is, if you don't have self-control on something physically, I promise you, your soul is lost in that area. Something is not aligned properly. Something isn't right. Okay? Period. That's how you know. Because you're supposed to have control over yourself. One of the virtues of Ruach Kodesh, one of the 9 ingredients to Yahuwah's spirit is self-control. Go look it up. Somebody go type in Google, what are the 9 spirits? What are the 9 characteristics in the scriptures of the Holy Spirit? Ruach Kodesh. And it will tell you that one of those characteristics is self-control. So if you struggle with anything, I promise you, Ruach does not have control over that in your life. That includes me too. All right? Pointing all the fingers back at me so none of y'all feel like I done threw rocks at y'all. Y'all know y'all like to get religious and stuff. What about you? It's me too. Me too. Okay? All right. So let's go to the next. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next part here. Let's go to the next. Because I could talk all day. I could go all day. We could literally talk about this the rest of our lives and still be trying to figure it out. I'm not even joking. All right. So the soul. This is the seat of the human experience. 100%. All right. The soul serves as the bridge between the divine spirit and the physical body. All right. It's the bridge. It is where human experience unfolds the realm of consciousness, feeling, and decision. making. That translates spiritual truth into a lived reality. All right? So, if you want your soul to be aligned with the things of Yahuwah into this natural reality, you want your soul to start mentally functioning at a high spiritual level where it can hear Yahuwah's voice and it can breathe in Yahuwah's realm and it can interpret deep things in the spirit. Anybody ever read the scriptures and be like, this is just what is this? Your mind has not been aligned properly with your spirit. All right? Your heart, all right? Your heart, just for the record, is found in your mind. All right? Science has already proven that. Doctors have already confirmed that. It's called the thalamus. It's the heart of the brain. It's where Yah speaks to you at. It's where when information hits that part of your brain, there are sensors. There's 5 senses. Your senses, feel, touch, all that kind of stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Smell, all that. Taste, all that. For emotion to hit you and you know how to react, it hits the heart of the brain first. Do research on it, y'all. So you know I'm not lying, okay? Do research. Remember, I tell you, study and show yourself approved. You ain't got to listen to me. I'm just a resource. Remember? I want you to go to the source for all this. So your mind is your thoughts, beliefs, and understanding. Whatever. Your emotions is feelings and reactions. All right? Your will is the choices and responses. All right? That translates spiritual truth into the human experience. It interprets divine guidance for daily living. You have to be aligned with your spirit for your soul to work properly and bring that divine pattern into fruition. So how was Christ, Yahashua, how was Yahashua able to do all of the amazing things that it did divinely? It aligned itself with spirit. Look, Yahashua came here knowing what it needed to do. Okay? With that, to have power, to have anointing, to have that thing that they go, they be doing all that extra stuff, all of that. Okay? If y'all think that that's what the Holy Spirit is, I'm telling y'all, woo! It's gonna be a long road for y'all to hear this. Okay? Long road. Been there, done that. All right? The Spirit is a power. It is a teacher. It is a trainer. It's a being of Yah. And he baptizes us with it. Physically with water. And at that same time, intersects us with his Spirit into our souls. So that we can be fully aligned with whatever Yahuwah wants us to do. We can only do what Yahuwah tells us to do when we're aligned with Yahuwah. That's why when Yahashua walked this earth, Yahashua was never like, worship me, praise me. The only thing Yahashua was telling us was, you got to eat of this body that I got broken of and drink of this blood that bled for you. And that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I will explain that to you all one day. Because many of y'all try to turn that into ritualistic stuff and decide that because y'all read that now everybody can be witches. Okay. Y'all keep on resourcing. All right? He going to be talking about, y'all going to talk about, I healed all these people in your name. He going to go, no, I didn't know you. I didn't know you. You weren't aligned. You had a power, but it was undergirded by something else that was not from me. Apologies, but depart. You're wicked. I don't know you. You want Yahuwah to know you? Know yourself. Who are you? Spirit first. Period. Holy, righteous, yes, anointed. You came into your mother's womb that way, purposed, called already, independent of flesh and all of that. Think about it, y'all. Y'all flesh didn't get into. You had to form that flesh in your mama's womb. So how did the doctors know that a person? Did you know that at conception it has been shown in science that there's a light that hits the womb? What is that? Spirit, bro, spirit. Now your soul gets into a body, and now that physical body, because that's the only way a body can be formed, from another body. We learned that with the whole Adam and Eve story, the whole rib story. That's a whole other thing for a whole other day too. Another body was formed from another body. It had to produce. He had to take the cells and the organisms And the weight of it, Yah is not physical. Yah is spiritual. So that spiritual body, boom, into a physical body. Now, that physical body has to be contoured around that spiritual body. That holy part of you, that righteous part of you, that conditions part of you. But now there's a soul, mind, will, and emotions. That mind is not your brain. Okay? That mind is not your brain. Your brain is a muscle. Okay? Your mind is your soul. Your soul. I know y'all like, what are you talking about? I'm telling you. If you want to break a habit, what do they tell you to do? Take 21 days and go retrain your what? Brain. Have y'all ever said, yo, I ain't drinking today. I ain't drinking no more. This is the last time. I'm sick. Throw up. Y'all, if you keep me alive, I won't ever do this again. Please save me. Oh, help me. I mean, we will call on Yahuwah, boy. We know Yahuwah it is, don't we? When we in a bind. Oh, Yahuwah, please. All of a sudden, some of y'all say God, all right, whatever. As long as you know who you're talking to. Fruits of the Spirit, yes, Galatians 5:22 through 23. Love that. Fruits of the Spirit, Galatians 5:22 through 23. Go look it up, y'all. Seriously. When you get to a point in yourself where you're over it, when you're done, when you had enough, a lot of us go, Yahuwah, please take the wheel. Please take the wheel. Okay, guess what happens? Take the wheel mean your wheel. Not the wheel in the steering wheel. Your wheel. Okay? Your wheel. All right? So now you decided to align yourself properly, your soul, your mind, your will, your emotions. There are times in our life, multiple times, where our spirit man cries out to us because we done made our body sick. All right? And our soul is so broken. And the strongest thing in us is our spirit. And it's like, yo, like, have you had enough? And in us, a cry comes out, I'll never do this again. Where do y'all think that comes from? Your brain has been conditioned to drink. Who's talking to your brain in that moment? Somebody tell me who's talking to your brain. Your spirit. It's like, Naomi, stop drinking. Girl, you're killing yourself. You're killing your organs. We're not going to make it. We ain't going to get to purpose if you keep drowning out. You need this body to get to the goal, girl. You need it. So you're not going to get there. It's an alert. You understand what I'm saying? It's yourself saying, get it together. Now, some of us listen for 2 minutes. Some of us listen for 1 week. Some of us listen for a year. Some of us listen for the rest of our life with stuff. Either way, you need to listen and condition your mind. Now, not your mind, sorry, your brain to the conditional state of your mind, which is connected to your spirit, the source. All right? You have to. If you don't, you're going to be in the same habits. You're going to be in the same situations. You're going to be calling the wrong right, the right wrong. It's just going to be all this crazy stuff over and over and over and over again. Because you don't understand who you are and what you are. What you are. So because you don't know that, you're just running and trying things and running and trying things. And you're running into a wall. You're not complete. You're not full. You're not happy for real. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. All right? So, your emotions. Some of y'all know. Y'all always on that type of time. You come for me, I'm coming for you. Some of y'all so jacked up by the world. You're so controlled by the world that when a person says something nasty to you, instead of you still being in your spirit of peace, you decide, you know what? Let me go ahead and take that from you. Nah, you that beep, 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 and I'm going to tell you where you can beep, 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 beep. And now they happy because you just gave them your peace and you took on their spirit. And now you walking around sad, confused, jacked up, mad, and angry. You're a whole identity that's not even you. Why did you do that? Because you decided that your spirit man wasn't going to be the end factor to your decision making, to your emotional making, to your will making. You decided that you was going to do things according to these resources out here. And you were going to be on their type of time instead of on your type of time. That's why. So you failed yourself. And in that, you're failing the reason why you're here. Remember, when we leave this earth, our spirit goes back to Yahuwah. But our soul gets judged. Why does our soul get judged? Because our soul was sent here with a job to do. Okay? Let's talk about a job. When you go to work, you're judged by how you perform. When you go to work, if you don't do the requirements of that job, you get fired. Some of us get grace. It's called probation. It's called PIPs. It's called warnings. It's called write-ups. It's a lot of things. Yahuwah is the same way on a greater scale. If you don't do the job that Yahuwah put this soul in your body to do, when it's time for judgment, that's what Judgment Day is for. It's judging, did you do my will, child, or did you not? It's simple. Take away the heaven or hell for a minute, okay? You didn't do your job. Some of us get to a job and we like to get to the job knowing we ain't about to do the job. We just trying to get paid for as long as we can, and we're going to do the bare minimum, and hopefully we can skate by. You always get caught that way. There's a lot of people who's treating their soul job that way. Ooh, there's alcohol. Ooh, there's women. Ooh, there's men. Ooh, distraction, 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 distraction. From what? The purpose you were sent here for. Period. So now you stuck in a loop. Just a loop. Some people call it cycles. Okay? Yeah. But you're stuck in a loop. And you're good one day and then you're not the next. You're happy one day, you're not the next. You're full, then you're not. You're here, then you're not. You're coming, then you're going. Okay? Because you're not aligned. You got to align yourself. All right? Boom. Your will. It's the choices and responses. Period. Will yourself with an excuse of why you should do Yahuwah's work, and will yourself with excuses why you shouldn't do the world's work. And I promise you, you will get more and more closer to Yahuwah's will for your life and less attached to the things of this world. If y'all only knew how much I can't stand this world. And another thing, I've been called weird and all this other kind of stuff. Every year I get more and more weirder to people. Every year. Even the people who's known me forever, who knows me, who knows about me, they still say it. I'm odd, I'm weird, I'm strange. You know why? Because I'm not supposed to be of this world. So anybody that calls me strange typically is aligned in some kind of thinking with the world's thinking of what strange is. People that are aligned with Yahuwah go, yo, that's my bro, that's my sis, that's my this, and that's my that. Why? Because they're aligned with the Yahuwah's way of thinking, so they get it. The world is supposed to not like you. The world is not supposed to understand you. You're supposed to be different from the world, a light set on a hill. You're not supposed to look the same. You're not supposed to talk the same. You're not supposed to think the same. Your revelation is supposed to be out this world. Your wisdom is supposed to be beyond your years. You know why? Because your wisdom is eternal. It's not coming from this place that is recycled information. It's coming from a higher domain, a place without time. Y'all follow me? Like, for real, man. Like, this is, I'm telling you, this is good. This is good. Real talk. I'm going to keep it going. Let's go to the body. I know y'all like, oh, no, not the body. Don't tell us how we're destroying the body. I am. Because we all do it. I eat sugar, too. You know sugar is worse than alcohol? Have mercy. Have mercy. Oh, God, y'all be like, pray for me that I can get rid of my sugar. No. We need to align ourselves with the right snacks. We got to train our freaking bodies to align with our mind, will, and emotions. There's stages to this. Some of us, it's going to take years to align your mind. Like, you're literally going to have to spend time with Yahuwah and just focus on your mind. For real. Not real talk. Retrain, like, literally. How do you do that? Scripture. Prayer. Scripture. Prayer. Scripture. Prayer. What is prayer? Spending time with Yahuwah, listening, and then answering. Not talking and creating a genie aspect and then going, thank you, and then walking away. Listening and then responding. Listening and then responding. Why do I got to listen so much? Because Yahuwah has the answers and you don't. Then respond. Ask questions. Get details. Spend time. Spend time. That's how you're going to do it. What's going to happen is, as you retrain your mind, something's going to happen with your will, your responses. Something's going to happen with your emotions. It's going to align, but it starts in your mind first. It starts in your mind first. If you feel like you don't have time in the day to do it, in your sleep, we have so much recording devices, YouTube, all kind of stuff that you could just put the scripture on at night, or put something that's positive, or put something that's just over and over again with your voice that you recorded, and go to sleep and let it play. I promise you, you're going to dream about it. Just let it subdue your subconscious mind. Who you are is your subconscious mind first anyway. It's not called subconscious because it's the bottom. Okay, that's what the world and science wants you to think. It is really who you are. Your subconscious mind has no filter. It is your spirit man unfolded. When y'all dream, that is your spirit man traveling, okay? Don't let these people lie to you and tell you it's something else. Don't let them do that. It really is. It's who you are. Okay? If you have crazy dreams, you better talk to y'all about them. If you have great dreams, you better talk to y'all about them. They're telling you something. They're depositing information from your spirit man into your conscious mind. For real, if you don't remember your dreams, that's a problem. That's how Yahuwah talks to his people. There's scripture behind that. Go look it up. Go look up on Google. Do I have dreams, and do y'all talk to me through them? You'll find, and then put scripture. Show me the scripture. I promise you, scriptures will come up. None of this is false information. We are procure people. We absolutely are, Kiki. 100%. We're supposed to be weirdos to the world. I'm glad I'm a weirdo, yo. I love it. The more y'all call me strange, the more I know I'm lying. And I'm going, ooh, I am moving in the right direction. All right. Let's go into the body. Let me keep it going, because we already know what the soul is. We get the grasp of that. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right. Yeah, I'm playing the Rocky theme song right now in my head. I am, because I don't have music for this. Okay. All right. The body. The physical. Up. Why did it go back? What happened? Hold on. I see it. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. All right. The sacred vessel of physical expression. That is your body. I want you moving forward thinking about your body that way. I want you to think of your body as a sacred vessel of physical expression moving forward. That's what I want you to see your body as. You're treated different. You're treated different. If you start looking at your body as holy, you can't just become holy. Like it don't work like that. I know you believe that you can go to the altar and then boom. No, it says be ye holy as Yahuwah is holy. Ruach HaKodesh is holy. You can't just, all right? Because your spirit already is that. But it has to be trained. It has to train your natural origin how to be that way. Okay? You got to align with it to do it. So let's talk about the sacred vessel of the physical expression. The body is the tangible vessel that houses the soul and spirit. It is our physical structure and is subject to decay and change over time. All right? The body executes the will of the soul under the spirit's guidance. It serves as a means which the spiritual realities become manifest in the physical world. This body has the ability. That's why we have electrical current inside of us. I did that picture to show you what you really look like, all right, from the inside out. You have an electrical system in you, all right? You are electricity. The things that we physically have created, that science has figured out, the computer, all this stuff, they learned it by studying the body. That's it. The science is an interpretation of what it could figure out based on experiments and ideas and formats, and it has a cap to it. It has a cap. It will never be able to tell me everything. I'm going to Ruach HaKodesh, okay? How you think these people created all of these different things, the light bulb and all that? Where do you think they got that from? And it was never thought of before they brought it. Where do you think that idea came from? You think that just popped up? No, it came from spirit, you guys and gals. It came from that. So your physical body holds power But you will never know that power. You will never grasp that power. You will never understand that power. You will never know what healing anyone else is like until you can know how to heal yourself. Listen, you won't know. You have to align yourself that way. You have to align yourself under the healing cloud of the Spirit. You have to align yourself under that amazing power. And it's a process. It's not overnight. It's a reason why y'all's greats had to spend 40 years away from everything and everybody else. It's a reason why Yahshua didn't start his ministry being called to do something great for just 3 years. It's a reason why it said that Yahshua had to learn obedience. Why did Yahshua had to learn obedience? Because he had to train this physical form into alignment with Yahuwah in the natural realm. That's why. Yahshua was a living, breathing second Adam to us, y'all. Okay? For the record, those that worship Yahshua, Yahshua, according to scripture, is sitting beside Yahuwah on a throne or beside the throne of Yahuwah, and Yahshua is praying, interceding for us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yahshua's journey for now is done. For now, not forever, for now. So who's supposed to be moving this earth? Who's supposed to be doing greater works than Yahshua? We are. How are we going to do that? He said he's sending a gift to us called Ruach HaKodesh, who's going to teach us all things. The same gift that Yahuwah baptized Yahshua with, Yahshua said we needed to be baptized with it too to do the greater works as well. Okay? But if you're not aligned, you'll never get there. He's going to say, depart from me, I never knew you. I do not care how great you think you are. If you are not aligned with Yahuwah, I am telling you, it is a waste of time. Just go out and party and chill. If you're not going to align with Yahuwah, y'all, I'm telling you, it is a waste. You're wasting your sinful years. Are you following me? You're wasting being a heathen. Go party. You are, listen, if you're going to waste 70, 60, 80, 100, 90 years, you better go have a good time. If you already going to waste it, just go do it. Don't play with yourself. Don't waste nobody else's time either. Like, get out the way so that others can get in. Because some of us in this world have been playing church so long that we don't know what truth is, and we're blocking people from getting in. We're blocking people because they're looking at us thinking we got it, and we don't. Okay? And we're not being honest. We're not being real because we keep lying to ourselves and want to be so great. The ego, because of fear. Oh my God, what are they going to think about me? How are they going to look at me? Oh my God, if I say I really don't know. Just say it. Y'all already know. Y'all always say, y'all know my heart. God knows my heart. Sure enough, he know how wicked it is, how disobedient it is, how much it don't want to listen, how much it does what it wants to do, how much you don't really know him. All of that. What that got to do with anything? I don't know who created that stupid statement in the first place. Duh, he knows your heart. That's crazy. Yep, that is why we literally shock each other, because we just electrical beings, like for real. How do you think Yahshua did all the amazing things that Yahshua did? He aligned himself completely, man. You ever seen, if you never read the story of Buddha, you should. Not so that you can worship the guy, but even Buddha was like, for me to get to know who I am and what this is all about, let me go sit underneath the tree and just sit here and let me just try to get to the source on my own. I commend Buddha for trying. I do. And to this day, we don't really know if Buddha for real did or did not know Yahuwah. Because people have worshipped Buddha so much, doing the same thing they did with Yahshua, when it was Yahuwah who sent the resource to us because of Yahuwah's love for us. Yahshua didn't love us first. Yahshua only did what the Father, he was here to please Yahuwah. Y'all here, man, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it because y'all gonna say that what I'm saying is false because y'all ain't read no scriptures. And because y'all pastor say it, and because y'all mama say it, and y'all daddy say it, Y'all believe nonsense, but you ain't read for yourself. You ain't studied for yourself to show yourself approved. So you're going to argue points with me that you can't even make, that you can't even prove by Yahuwah's word. I'm not telling you, don't come up and start giving me opinions. Prove it with Yahuwah's word. All right? Let Yah be truth and let what? Every man be a lie. Every what, Nate? Every human being be a lie. If it's not Yahuwah's word being spoken, what are we talking about that's truth? I'll wait. Oh, it's your truth. That's cool. That's worldly truth. I don't really care about that. In front of Yah, it doesn't even stand. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even have a plan. All right, let's keep this party going. Let's go. You already got the physical body. We know what the spirit is. We know what the soul is. We know what the body is. Right? Boom. This is just how the physical body, it's like a little illustration video of how the synapses work and what I was saying, like how the spirit just goes from one part inside of us to the next. That's all this is. The body is a vehicle. All right? But you got to train it right. You got to feed it right. You got to give it good things. You got to give it righteous things. What are righteous things? What are good things that you can give your body to make sure that your body is aligned properly with your soul and your soul is aligned properly with your spirit being? I'll give you some clear examples. Let me make sure y'all get to this screen real quick. All right, there it is. All right, so this is some stuff I brought here. All right, I brought some stuff. I want to show y'all some stuff I do. All right. So when I finally decided that I needed to clean my body from all the smoking that has been done in my life, this is real talk, y'all. I looked up natural things in the earth that Yahuwah created, that man didn't create, that he extracted from leaves and soil and plants and all the stuff that he said in the scriptures. And he tells us what to eat, by the way. There's scriptures. If you look up what am I supposed to eat and not eat in the scriptures, I promise you, you'll find it. Go ahead, go to Google. It's in there. You'll find out that a lot of things we think we're supposed to eat, we're not. And it's not because he's trying to take anything away from our experience in life. He's trying to add to it. Okay? But the Western world done deceived us into thinking we're something that we're not. This is called mullein leaf. All right? Mullein leaf, if you ever heard of this. This is really good for whether you smoked or not. All right? This is just me recovering the time of the things I've done to my body. All right? Over time. So mullein leaf, it helps with your bronchial area. It cleans it out. Why does that matter? Because you got to be here to do His will. You got to be able to function. You can't be on the stage and talking to people and coughing and walking around. They're not going to believe you because you're not walking in your higher self. They can tell that you're not fully aligned, right? You don't want to do that. I also do oil of oregano. It's really good. I'm doing this on purpose, y'all. I'm doing this on purpose. I'm not saying this to show off. I'm saying this because you need to take it. All right? You need to use it. Black seed oil. Look all this stuff up. See what it does for your body. See how it cleanses your body. See how it aligns your body. All right? This isn't to get away from medicine and pharma. We already know that they full of crap. We already know that they do stuff to just fix symptoms in our body. I'm talking to you all to not be symptom-bearing people, but solution-bearing people. You can't be solution-oriented if you're going to resources. You got to go to the source. Colloidal silver. I want you guys to, all of this. I'm not joking. I have so much more. But this is the stuff I take on a regular basis. Some of this stuff I take every single day. Some of this stuff I take a few times a week. Lysine. Amazing. I want you to look it up. I'm not about to go through it, but I'm giving you stuff because, you got to show people better than you can tell them, because sometimes people think you're just talking. You just run off with your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Lion's mane. Boom, boom, boom. D3. Please take that. I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all can get this at Walmart, okay? I know the other stuff. You're like, where do you get that at? Amazon? Go to Amazon. All right? This is a lymphatic drainage. Liposanol, I think is what they call it. Some of us deal with like sinus issues, being bloated and all that kind of stuff. Women, take that, okay? I'm your girl too, I promise. I promise. I still got my boobies and I still got my vagina, y'all. And even if I didn't, I would still be a woman. Okay. Anyway, kidney complete. For those of us who used to drink a lot of alcohol, even if you still do, have mercy. Clean them kidneys. You need it. There's a lot of old people having kidney failure, and the doctors are eating it up at the end of life. They just rotate another generation of kidney failures out and put some more people with kidney failures in. Put them on the same medications. Ain't nobody really getting cured for it. Y'all better quit playing with me. They killing us if we let them. All right. This is a lung health. I got this during COVID. I have other stuff now that I use, but it has all the things. It's like an advanced respiratory cleanser. But I have other things that cleanses that. Let me see. Did I touch y'all everything on the things that I use on a regular basis? I did. And this is something new. If you can find in your city, town, or whatever, this is actual like tea. It's loose leaf tea. I drink tea every day. All right. Like legit. Here go tea from the day. All right. So y'all don't think I'm joking. All right. I drink tea every day. Before I eat anything in my day, breakfast is not breakfast. It's break fast. Because you're asleep, so you're not eating. So when you get up, break fast. How do you break your fast? You should break it by cleansing out your body so that it can get your digestive system running, so that you can get all the waste and all the things that you had in your body after your digestive system has rest and all of that overnight, because you decided you're not going to eat past 9 o'clock so that you could get some good sleep. And the reason why some of y'all don't get good sleep is because you eat snacks right before you go to bed. You lay down and your digestive system and everything else is still running. Your brain is still actively working your physical body. So you're not really getting good rest. Okay? All of that matters. This is why we got to take care of ourselves. So tea, warm tea. It's a Chinese remedy about if you don't want to drink tea, drink warm water. Drink something warm at the top of the day. All right? Drink something warm. Flush your body out. Let that be the first drink of your day. Warm water. All right? Flush your body out. Get it started. Get it going. Then, and only then, after you're done doing that, should you begin to eat. And you should begin to eat not things with high sugar and all of that, because your body doesn't process properly like that at the top of the day. You want to give yourself like water, alkaline fruits, and things like that. That's what you want to eat at the top of the day. All right? But that's a whole nother conversation for another day. I wanted to just put that in there because when it comes to the body, that's not spiritual at all. All right? The body is just us washing our butt, putting the right things in it, washing our organs, keeping ourselves cleansed, keeping ourselves away from habits, breaking away from habits. Habits take time to break away from. There's things in my life I was able to drop like that. All right? There was other things in my life and still things in my life that I am having to wean myself off of. How am I doing that? I'm applying these things. As I continue to pour into my body, it gives me less and less desire to do the things that aren't good for my body. Okay? But you have to actively work at this. All right? You got to do all of this. Yes, it takes work, but a lot of us been working at other things. A lot of us spend our money on things anyway that's wasteful, that kills us every day more and more. Start spending money on things that give life. Start spending your mind on things that gives life. Start spending your conversations on things that give life. Start having relationships with people that have life and have it more abundantly. Stop connecting yourself with things that are dead, that are useless, that are wasteful. You follow me? I saw in the private chat, are we going to do Q&A? I told you can ask a question anytime you want to. So who has a question? Let's get it popping. I'm ready for the conversation. Are you still there? When we type to you, I'll type to you. Let me type to you. Yeah, we got Q&A. Let's go. Let's rock it out. Let's do it. Some questions. Yeah, let's ask some questions. Let's get it popping. I'm ready if you ready. Hold on. I got Cali Diva wanting to get back into the stream real quick. All right. Cali, what's up?
I'm trying to think. I got to go back because a lot of
You
information.
should have wrote it down. You should have wrote it down. You said you was gonna have your handy dandy notebook last time, and you
I
did.
know. I know. I know. I know.
But let's get it
Uh,
popping. Where you at? It might come back.
I
It
don't
might come
know.
in.
Let me see if any of the next generation. Do you guys have any questions? that
She said, That's hilarious. I love it.
was weird.
Those my babies, y'all. Those are my babies. I love
They're
Z.
laughing.
Those are gonna be my soldiers. Forget millennials. I love y'all. I know I was born with y'all, but I won't
What?
for y'all. Forget y'all. Those kids, they are ready for war. They are ready to burn down
Look at this
everything, and
one.
I'm
She talking
so
about
for it.
some.
I'm so for it. Let's go, cause they got it, yo. They got the juice. Anyway, nah. What's your question though, for real? I give you time to think. I'm
I don't
drinking.
remember what
Y'all,
the
this is a
question was. That's a
Sprite.
lot of
Like I told
information.
y'all about habits. All right, soda is horrible. I started at Coca Cola. I worked my way from Coca Cola to Pepsi. I know it's so bad. I went from Pepsi to Sprite, the American Sprite. I have finally gotten to the point where I spent almost $4 in a glass bottle, by the way, because you shouldn't drink out of plastic, with Mexican soda. This is the only soda I drink, the only talent I drink. After this, I am done with sodas completely. Ask me how many years it's taken me. 15. So when I say it's a journey, have mercy. But I'm on cane sugar. Yes, sir, yeah. That's my tongues. Yes, sir, yeah. All right, go ahead.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Yeah. Yes, sir, yeah. I don't remember my question.
Well, okay. I don't know
I
what to
don't
tell you.
remember. Me
Kiki,
neither.
what
I
you
don't know
got?
what to tell myself.
Kiki, I see you got Q&A. What you got?
No, it wasn't a Q and A. It was more of a comment.
Oh, yes, go
Um,
ahead, please.
no, because all that what you're saying, it's very relatable to what like how my church goes. So
Yeah.
literally all of what you just said, it's like so relatable. And I was like, you know what? Yeah.
You said, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I love that. What stood out to you the most, or what aligned with just you as a person, or what didn't align? It doesn't matter what it is.
I can say like with a lot of unexpected changes in my life thus far, like just knowing that all this information just goes back to knowing your identity with Christ. If you know your
Yeah,
identity, then you got it. Like you can keep seeking, keep reading, keep asking. That's literally what my
right.
church does. It's ask. That's the acronym. So A is for ask, S is for seeking, and then K
Yeah.
is for knocking. So it's just so relatable. I'm just like, mm-hmm.
What's the knocking part?
You knock. Like you be
Knock
like,
on the
hey,
door.
I'm at your
Yeah.
door. I
Mm.
need my answers. Like, hey, if
Yes.
Jesus be knocking at your door, you knock at his.
Yeah.
Okay, I like
Yes.
that. I like
Nah,
that.
for real. It's scripture behind it. Go look it up. Go to Google.
Yeah. Yeah.
It says, if you ask, yo, I'll give it to you. If you seek, you'll find. And if you knock, I'll open the door to you. Y'all,
hmm
those who went to go read it just now know that I read. Look, she's like, yeah, clock that.
What'd you say? Forget
Clock
the rest of
that.
us. You on this generation.
I
Forget
tried to
us.
tell you. I tried to
This
tell you. They
generation.
got it. They got the juice, man. He's speaking to him. He said there's gonna come a time where everybody's gonna be baptized with the spirit of Ruach Hakodesh. Daughters are gonna have visions. Old men, they're gonna have these dreams. It's gonna one, and whoever can catch it, they gonna get it, and it's gonna be the most peculiar people, people that you done counted out that you thought they could never. How? Cause they got lost, because they didn't align. All of us got
Yeah.
here and had to get to a point where we were like, let me listen, let me tap in. And then there's some of us that never tapped in. Yeah, go ahead. Why you still
So let
got it?
me
Have
say
mercy.
where you were.
You need some
Thank you, because
blueberries.
honey.
Matter of fact, lion's mane. That was for you. That
First
was
of all,
the
first of all,
the
I
Holy
am
Ghost.
recovering. You
The
know
Holy
I'm
Ghost.
recovering. I'm recovering from an accident. Okay, so I'm trying to get my life together.
Hey, whatever you
Anywho,
need. Whatever you need.
okay, my brain was shaked. It was shaking in that accident. Anyways, she was saying, when you were talking about you being called weird and weirdo because of set apart, and she was
Yeah.
saying, what did you say that's called?
We, at my church, we say we're peculiar people.
Yes. And that's what it says in the scripture. Yeah. You're a
Yep.
peculiar people set apart. And
Mm-hmm.
then when he set you apart, there's a consecration that happens too.
hmm
Consecration is like purifying. It's all that I was talking about. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and if you got to practice this, you all. You have to align yourself in such a way where you're like, you know what, that's not important to me, or this is more important than that is. If you can't say this is not important at all, then just at least go, okay, yeah, you're here first, then this. Because what will happen is you're gonna feed what, right? So if your intellect is what you feed with righteousness, your intellect will become fat with what? Righteousness. That means that
Yeah.
it's going to be broke and skinny and just malnutrition and foolishness. It won't know it. But if
Mhm.
you feed your
But
spirit foolishness,
we need the
go ahead.
steak, the mashed potatoes,
Look,
the collard greens.
girl, listen.
The collard greens.
Listen to, I'm trying to tell you, we need
We need
soul
the
food in the
whole
spirit.
meal.
Did you see what Makai said? Makai
Oh,
said
let me see.
sometimes he wants you to approach the door yourself. And once you do it, he will open it. Our generation is very lost,
Yes.
but the entire church is asleep, but it is waking up
Waking up
slowly.
slowly. Yes, it is.
Look,
There is an
physical
awakening
revival.
happening. It's happening. It's very real. I be talking to Cali Diva all the time about it. I'm like, I'm telling you, there is a bunch of people. Yahuwah ain't reaching people in churches along. He is reaching you wherever you are on your journey, wherever you are at that moment of reach, that it happens kinetically. I don't know. Everybody is different. He's tapping in. He doesn't care if it's in your. If you're on the
Mm.
crack pipe, you could be on the crack pipe over life, and Yahuwah goes, Bing, and you go. Now I don't know how crackheads act. Everybody's different.
Why
We
do you
got
have to do your
conditional
eyes
ones,
like that
cause
though?
that
Why do you have to do your eyeballs like that?
I done seen too much. That's what they when it's good to them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
He
god.
can talk to them. Y'all think Yahuwah's spirit ain't strong enough to get through a crackhead's high? Y'all don't know Yahuwah, bruh. Y'all don't know
We
Yahuwah. Like real
sideways.
talk. If you want to turn
We
sideways, I
sideways.
don't care. What you need to do? Let me help you out, mom. So you need to go up to your settings at the top of your screen, break it down, and turn on your auto rotate. And if you turn on your auto rotate, it should auto.
Where?
You know,
Where?
auto. You know how you slide your slide. Take your finger and slide your thing down at the very top,
Mhm.
and it should give you. And then you might have to slide over because it gives you all these different options, and you
Oh,
should
I'm
have
letting the
auto
youngest
rotate.
help. Do the youngest help me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sideways now. Yep, yep. I see
Can you
you.
see
I
all
mean,
three
not
of
sideways.
us?
No, not right now. I think you. It was showing y'all, but then it's just zoomed into you. I don't know. You got it sideways right now?
It's so weird.
Oh, yep. There you go. Okay. What? There you go. Well, you know what? Just don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You just sit there and be great.
Now let me
See if
ask you a
she.
question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
When you say
Have mercy.
I
See,
was
she
looking
should
at
have write it
Makai. I
down.
was looking at Makai's the thing. But anyway, um
I'm gonna read it in a
when he
minute.
was talking about the entire church, right? I want to know if he's talking about the brick and mortar or if he's talking about the body of Christ being that's supposed to be the church, right?
Yes. In the scriptures it says, "Ye," meaning you, we are the temple of the Ruach Hakodesh, or known as the Holy Spirit in Western English.
Right. So is the church, I wonder if the church he's talking about is like the physical church, like the brick and mortar building or people.
No, we are the temple of the Holy Ruach, the Holy Spirit. We physically, us.
No,
That
I
is
know
what.
that. I was talking about what Makai was saying. I wonder if he was talking about which oh, is he trying to get on
Oh,
me?
he was
Oh.
saying that the church, when he was saying that the church is lost, he probably meant like the church itself and those that's in the physical being too. He was probably tying it all together, but he can confirm here in a minute. You don't know how many people have found. Will you read that? Because my heart is blocking all of
It
it.
says, "You don't know how many people I have found on this lonely path now. I'm rebuilding my community and it's strong with the true frequency."
Yeah,
That's what Makai said.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The path, there is a wide path. Everybody, many find it. It says.
Mm-hmm.
Then it says there's a narrow way, and it says few find it. He didn't even give us. He didn't even say we got on it to start walking. He said many are just walking the path that's wide. But he said few find a narrow path. You know why? They didn't find it because they weren't looking. The key word is there. You can't find something you ain't looking for, people.
Let me ask you a question.
That's a
This is going
bar.
to be a good
That's a bar.
question.
Okay,
Good
go ahead.
question. And I have not read this. I was only told this, so I'm looking to read this. But I'm
Okay.
on Judges right now, so I'm trying to
Okay.
make sure I go
I'm about to go get
however
my
it's going.
book. Go ahead.
Didn't it say somewhere in scripture that only like 244,000 or something like that will make it into heaven? Isn't like a specific number?
No, ma'am. So you think about the
So that is not true.
144,000. 144,000. So I'll give you some background on that. The
You said those Jehovah's
144,000, a
Witnesses.
lot of
That's what they
times,
believe.
there you go. Jehovah's Witness, that's what they believe. Yep. 144,000, y'all. If it was only
Okay. Look, we like
144,000 coming
okay.
in. Now I got the Jeopardy question right. That's great. So
I'm just
144,000.
saying. Okay, this
No, I
generation is
love
killing it
that.
right now. I'm just
I
saying.
know. I try to tell you, they got the juice.
I
So
know, but don't care for the
144,000.
millennials. Don't care for us though. Hmm.
I'm part of y'all,
I
unfortunately.
know.
144,000.
You know what?
144,000, right? Revelation.
Hmm.
That is the large choir that's coming back when it's time to war for the battle of Armageddon. Yahashua will come back in all his glory, and there's this grand choir of people that's coming down. That's the 144,000. That's what it is. Go read Revelations, y'all. Go look it up in Google. You'll see the
I
scripture.
read it. I need to read it again.
It is not just a again, y'all, religion
Killing
is
her with the
cat.
Google. You are killing her with the Google.
I got to, girl,
The
because don't
Google
nobody go,
search.
ain't nobody gonna buy the book. Ain't nobody,
Man, it's called
Look.
ain't
it's called You
nobody,
Bible.
ain't nobody about to go in today's society and go get pages. Nobody. No.
Man, they can look. They get the app. Get the app. You
You
Bible.
could at least get the app. You could get the app, Just make sure, try to get to as close to, original text as possible because there's so many translations that y'all, when
Mm.
things get translated, it gets watered down because it's
Hmm.
more and more reinterpretations of the other truth that was made, of the other truth that was made, of the other truth. I could understand if everybody was retranslating the truth from the original text only, but people are retranslating the text from retranslated text and other retranslated texts. How? How are you? I wish you would give me. Could you imagine you put tea in my cup with an original tea bag, and then you just kept pouring water in it all day long, and you said put the tea bag in it, and then by the time I get it, it tastes like just watered down tea. The tea ain't even really in there. It's like a little faint taste of tea. It ain't even. That's what people are getting now with these retranslated scriptures. A
Mm.
little taste of tea, a little taste of Yah. They ain't getting a lot, just a little bit. He in there somewhere. That's horrible. How is Yah in there somewhere?
That's
Wow.
horrible.
That's where we're at. He's just a flicker of light. But that's where we're at. Spirit and soul and body. That's what this is about. Source versus resource.
Mhm.
If you want to be part of the source, if you want to be aligned with the source, you have to know who you are and what you are. You are not this physical being. This is a vehicle. This is supposed to be the thing you use to get the job done from your soul. And oh my goodness, if you gain the whole world and lose your soul, and many of you maybe have not sold all your soul, but you've been selling pieces. We've been selling
You know what I
pieces.
wonder? I wonder what made y'all say, I just want to make and create little people in my image.
But we're not little. We're not little. The angels want to be like us. Are you kidding
You
me?
said what?
That's
I
what
mean,
you.
listen, I'm a baby. I'm a baby in the
No,
Bible.
no,
Okay.
no. Hold up, hold up. Yeah, you might be a baby in the Bible, but I'm just saying to you that the angels would love to be us. Why you think they came down and started having sex with us and stuff? Trying to create intermingled us.
What?
just their servant. The king who has all the power still wanted to have his. It's the passed down lineage.
Yeah. Yes.
The passed down lineage.
Yeah,
Mm.
he wants all of us. We're called gods. Y'all do know that, right? Scriptures. Go look it up. Are we called gods in the scriptures? Yes. Go look it up.
So why
Go
would
look it up.
angels want to be? Why would angels want to be us?
Well, one, an angel's name is all that they are. Okay? That's it. So like Michael, everybody knows what Michael does. That's studied. He's a warring angel. All day long, all he can do is war. Michael can't have sex. Michael can't have peace. Michael can't. Michael is just warring all day long. I'll be mad too if I seen a human that can war and go to sleep and have peace, then have sex, then eat some sweets, then ride a horse, then go fishing. I would want to know. I would want to know what that's like. And then he knows the Father loves him so much.
Or their names are their task.
Yes. Their name is their task. That's why Yahuwah was so adamant about how he named us and why he gave his people names in the earth. And the names had meaning. Now people go, I'm going to name my child after my favorite car. Her purpose going to be Mercedes. So now your baby's supposed to be tires and engine and motor oil. Really? That's where we at. Wow. Okay.
No, and all the
Mercedes.
angels
Now,
claim
no
that they
disrespect
would
to the
know
Mercedes
in
out there. You
time.
have a purpose. Go find out what your name is. I don't know.
Micah is a term for war, and each one of them are gifted the tasks, and their divine
Yes.
tasks is what they're able to do. That's why
Oh, I'm
Lucifer
about to
called
show y'all.
Lucifer.
Look. Cause I'm pretty much
Hello.
done. I know y'all shocked. Normally we finish at 11, but I'm pretty much done here. I told you it was just
Mhm.
part two to the rest
Son,
of
I
them.
need you to. I need you to have some good service and log on up in here.
Hey, he over there in the good Spain. It's okay. He over there in Spain. Yes, we got somebody coming in live from Spain because it's like that. I'm gonna read y'all what he's talking about. I'm gonna read to y'all exactly what he's talking about so y'all will know. Ooh, y'all want to know? Y'all want to lay Naomi landmines moment? I'm about to do it.
You said
I'm
sleeping
about to drop a
angels.
bomb.
The angels that were sleeping with the humans.
Oh, I thought you said sleeping angel. I was about to
All
say they're
right,
my cousin.
I'm about
They're
to
my
drop
cousin. So I'll be tired
Cali
all the
Diva.
time.
I love it.
Oh,
Cali
oh.
Diva. I'm about to drop a nugget. Nugget. Here
Okay.
we
What's the
go.
nugget?
Y'all ready? So many of y'all were told in the church house from your mama and granddaddy and grandpapa and them. Y'all were told that Satan, the serpent, was the one who went into the garden and deceived Eve. That's what y'all were told. Uh-oh, I'm about to drop a Naomi's landmines bomb because it wasn't Satan. Oh my God, you're blaspheming! No, it's in the scriptures. Go get it. I want you to read it, okay? So y'all can screenshot this. But if you go get the Ethiopian
Talk
Bible
about this a while ago.
and go to, is this Jubilees? I think this is Jubilees I'm in. Hold on. Go to Jubilees chapter 69. Jubilees, go look it up on Google. If you need go, I know that's many people's Bible. AI, the prophet. Go to the church Google. Go
You
look
are
up
killing her
AI, the
every time you say
prophet.
Google.
Because that's what people on today. I don't know. It's a thing. And go look up Jubilees. Go chapter 69 in Jubilees. Okay? Now,
Mm-mm.
this is what it says because he's talking about angels. Y'all ain't ready for this. Here we go. So, let me see. Where can I ain't gonna name all these angels. I might name all the angels. So it says, he imparted. This is verse 5. All right. So it says, he imparted to the holy sons of God evil counsel. I know y'all want to know who did that. I'll tell y'all in a minute. And led them astray so that they defiled their bodies with the daughters of men. All right, so this is what we talk about where they slept in Genesis. Y'all hear in churches where they say that, there was giants walking the earth because the angels came down and slept with women. Okay, that's what this is talking about right there. Okay, all right, so boom,
Sure.
their bodies with the daughters of men. And a third, and a third, and the third, I'm sorry, the third angel, my apologies, the third angel that came down, his name was Gadriel. Gadreel. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he it is who showed the children of men all the blows of death, and it was he who led astray Eve.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that. We know that. We had a whole debate. I had talked with it with my kids at the table. We had a whole.
So,
Mm-hmm. Y'all
just
remember
for
that
the record,
conversation?
for all of y'all who's
Mm-hmm.
like, you talk about church, and because that it was Satan. You know, the horn devil, he done turned into a snake. And then it came, talked to Eve, and was like, yo, it was somebody named Gadriel, one of the third angel that came down having sex with women, was trying to
Mm-hmm.
get saucy with Eve. That's what it says. And he taught the blows of death. Gadriel. Okay? Go look it up. That's who talked to Eve. So I know now y'all want to know, well, who is Satan? Good question. Go read. Go study, show you. Go study, show yourself approved. Get out my face. I'm not giving it to y'all. Y'all not getting all this information from me today.
What's his real name? Hallel.
Yes, yes, it is.
So Satan is just a title.
So let me
It's
let
just
me
a-
let me bring something else to factor on here. And if you want, you can mute too while you're talking to him about that. I don't mind, but just so I can talk to the people as well. So look, I'm gonna go up to the top on the first verse because he said about the angels. Y'all know y'all always want to know who was sleeping with who and who was doing all that, like all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna tell you. So chapter 69, verse 1, it says, after this judgment, they should terrify and make them to tremble because they have shown this to those who dwell on the earth. And behold, the name of those angels, and these are their names. The first of them is Samjaja. All right. The second, Artaquifa. I have no idea if I'm saying right. Okay. I know it sounds like, some hood names, but it ain't. Well, maybe they work because they work from the hood. They decided to leave that amazing bougie kingdom to come on down to earth. So, yeah, they came to the hood because we all say what? Earth is ghetto. It's not supposed to be, though. The third one, Armed Syrian. I have no idea. The fourth one, Kokabel. The fifth, Turiel. The sixth, Rumajal. The seventh, Donjeo. The eighth, Niquiel. And it just keeps going on and on. I just want y'all to know that they're named here, bro. Like, this ain't a game. Like, I got them underlined. This ain't a game.
Is that
Take
why
a
they feel
screenshot.
like black people are they? That's why they feel like black people's dead in hell because we got these ghetto names just like those ghetto
What
angel names.
what what are you asking me? Like, what are you asking me for real? I don't understand what you're asking me.
I don't know how to articulate it. Maybe I need to go. I need to figure out how to articulate it.
Ghetto
I
names are just
heard.
names
I
that has no
heard.
purpose.
I heard. I was being funny, but nonetheless, that was a
Yeah,
joke. I guess I understood, but
it sounds like
uh,
a real question.
it was actually because I heard that I was told that. Okay, two things. One has nothing to do with the Bible, and one has something to do with the Bible. So I was told that back in the slavery days, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it ties into what I'm about to say. That they said that black people were not basically we were not human. We weren't thought of as human, or we were thought of as third of a man or something like that. And
Okay.
that we talked about one day we were in here talking, me, you, and Pookie was on the phone, and we were talking about Noah's three sons and how basically we were like the descendants of the wicked one. I forgot which one that was. Ham,
Okay.
Sham, one of them. And that
Okay.
like Yah was going like basically we were already condemned to hell. Basically, I'm summarizing because we were the
Okay.
residue of Ham's wicked son. You know what I'm talking about? Out
Okay.
of the apocrypha.
Yeah.
So, and I just was thinking about all that. Plus, I was thinking about slavery days where they said we were like third of a man or not really human.
Okay.
And then I'm listening to, I don't know, I'm listening to the names of, and that this is the funny part to me. That's why I was saying it in a funny way. I was listening to the names of those particular angels. I'm like, they all sound like black names, like names that we have now. It's just all of it's just tying together for me. And I'm like,
So no, the
You know,
names that they were given by Yahuwah for purpose. Each angel's name either aligned with something that had to do with El, because it's from God. So you'll see that's initial of the
you can
name
say
stands
that.
for El, so it named a God. So it's not ghetto at all. Even with what the white person did with slaves, that's like something conditioned under slavery and racism. It has nothing to do with like Yahuwah, right? That's just something again that man made that's worldly. It has nothing to do with Yahuwah. Then you have other names that have other depictions based on the language and form that it was formed in. So you got Hebrew, you got Latin, you got all this other kind of stuff. So it just depends on how it was translated. When it comes to the
So you
three
don't.
sons, Sham, Ham, okay, I'm just trying to make sure nobody's confused because you said a lot. When it comes to Sham, Ham, and Japheth, just for everybody to know, those are Noah's sons that she was mentioning because I want you guys aligned with it correctly. And when you do research on Noah, there was three sons that after the flood, they took over the entire earth. And the earth was split to three parts. Each son took a part of those three pieces. One took the north, one took the middle, one took the south of the earth. And in that, there was generations that was formed from each of those three lineages. From those three lineages come white people, brown people, and black people. Okay? One of those people are literally tied to the fallen angels, and they are deadly people, and they have been running the world, the worldly things, this whole time. They've been dominating this worldly world this whole time. That's what many of us that are black and brown are trying to break from. Okay, if you didn't catch it, there it is. Now, there's a brown group of people that comes from this generation, all right, of Shem. All right, there's a chosen group of people, all right, an anointed group of people because of the lineage. Their goal was to maintain the kingdom of Yah from generation to generation to generation to generation. And then you had this evil knucklehead named Ham, who is from the black people. This is what she's talking about, okay? All right? And those black meaning dark, very dark skin, they're at the bottom of the region. All right? And if you don't believe in flat earth, this ain't going to make sense to you either because you don't understand why certain people were darker than others because the rotation of the sun is within the firmament according to the scriptures. And so because the sun circulates more in the southern regions, they're hotter, and it goes into the summer and spring solstice. When the winter solstice comes, the sun circles back towards the northern regions, okay, and it's still within the earth. So those regions is colder, and they get less heat. That's the area where Japheth was at. So there was a generation of people that Ham came from, where he was wicked. He didn't do what he was supposed to do, what Noah told him to do. And he went into another land, which was his brother's sacred land, where the Garden of Eden is, where it resides, where one of his brothers, kept it holy. And he went into a mountain and he found the old scripture writings from the fallen angels. And he took those and then he started creating a lot of things in those southern lands. And today, we have a lot of practices that people say are from the origin of those southern dark lands, and it is still not Yahuwah's original plan. It was still knowledge from the fallen angels that people use. It is resourced information. All right? That is another conversation for another day, only because I do not want anyone offended by that level of teaching. I have a book that I am writing that breaks all of that down because many people will be offended thinking that it's about skin color, and it's not. At this point in time, many of us are multiracial, multicultural. Everything is in this. I don't care how dark your skin is or how light your skin is. There are light skinned black people, and there are black people that are completely Japheth white. Okay? We don't DNA that is, we can go on and on and on. That's a whole breakdown. Don't want to do that today. But to what she was saying, I wanted to give context to that. That has nothing to do with the nature and the truth of what we're talking about today. But I need y'all to go study those three sons, study Noah post flood, and study flat earth. Not flat earth because you don't believe that science is real, and not flat earth because the globe idea is completely fictitious. It's not that. It's just half facts, half truth, because there's a lot of things that they cover up so that you don't have the knowledge and the truth of Yahuwah and to be empowered by the way this world really works. Yahuwah created seasons for a reason. Yahuwah has a calendar for a reason. When they created that globe concept, they changed the nature of the seasons. They changed the nature of the calendar. They changed the nature of everything. So now a lot of people are worshiping things, and at times when they shouldn't. They don't understand sacred things like they should because they're going by Gregorian ways. They're going by pagan holidays. And all of that is because of how they recreated these ideas. Up until 750 years ago, every single generation before us honored this world as flat and knew it. I have literally a book that has all of the maps that were created up until the Roman government decided to change their what they knew as knowledge that they stolen from burning down museums and creating all this stuff, and they remanufactured that knowledge into a whitewashed idea, a whitewashed religion. They created the idea of church. All churches are built on the back of the Catholic center. The Catholic Church built itself on what is called the rock, which is Peter. But it's supposed to be built on the revelation of Yahuwah that Peter received from the Ruach HaKodesh when Yahshua was asking him, "Who am I?" And he said, "On this rock," meaning on this revelation, "I'm going to build my church." Not on Peter. And so the Catholic Church took that, manipulated it, built a physical being based on Peter. Three people, the Roman people who killed Yahshua, you all follow that as the church of Yahshua in this world today. Bishops, all of that. That comes from the Catholic Church. Go do your research. All of it. Every single thing. And the Catholic Church, they brought in paganism and all this witchcraft and all of this. They changed the Sabbath days and they changed the calendars and they brought in these ideas and science and all of this stuff to prove that their intellect was better and bigger and greater than the foundational knowledge and truth of what Yahshua's spirit gives us. That is not factual, that is not truth, and that is not accurate. And at some point, we have to study to show ourselves approval. We're never going to get the truth. We're never going to get the knowledge. We're never going to get to the true understanding of everything. Facts. My biggest and grandest goal is to keep aligning myself more and more and more with purpose, with righteousness, and with truth. Not just so that I can get there, but so that others can get there too. It's a reason why Yah didn't say that our souls is bared on the ministers and the people that lend themselves to us as minstrels. It's on us. So what does that mean? Do I leave my church? I'm not saying leave anything. I'm not saying go anywhere except to Yahuwah. Let Yahuwah guide you from where you are. Let your last misstep be the step you're in. If you feel like you're misstepping, let that be the last one. It doesn't mean you're not going to make mistakes. It doesn't mean you're not going to fall in disobedience at some point. It doesn't mean that you're not going to fail in some areas. It doesn't mean that your habits are going to drop off today. It doesn't mean you're going to be aligned in the twinkle of an eye. None of that. It doesn't mean any of that. But it does mean you begin and you'll start your journey of truth for real. It does mean that. What I really hope and pray is that as you guys continue to link up with me in NLG, continue to have real conversations, ask questions, for truth, for guidance, for wisdom, for clarity, as you begin to study, because I really want people to come to me for real from things you studied during the week, from things that you talked about with your family and friends about Yahuwah and Yahshua, from things that was revealed to you. I don't want you to come with your mind closed and your ears shut. I want it to be open. I want it to be revelatory. I want it to be like consensual. Really. I don't want it to be forced, okay? Like, I know this sounds crazy, but like, I don't want to be over here like raping people's minds. Like, that's weird. You know? I want it to be something that you can truly digest and that you can truly hear and that you can truly listen to and that you can truly grasp. And honestly, like, you are not going to be able to do that without being ready, without being ready to receive knowledge, without being ready to receiving truth, to gaining understanding and understanding. And to start with truth, you got to first believe that Yahuwah is Yahuwah. All right? That's in Proverbs. One of the greatest books in the Bible to get you started for real would be Proverbs. There's 31 chapters in Proverbs. There's technically only 28 days per month in every month, technically. But that's another conversation for another day as well. And with that, you can read based on the Gregorian calendar. I mean, but not technically, because some of the months is 30, some 38, 31, and then you got the 28 month in February. But you can read a chapter a day. You can read Proverbs literally 12 times a year. I promise you, this time next year, if you start today, you'll be smarter. Well, how do I do that? Well, today is May 13th. So every day, choose a chapter based on the day of the date on that day. So today, read chapter 13. Tomorrow, on May 14th, read chapter 14. If you skip a day or miss it, just skip that chapter and go read that one for that day. I promise you, you'll thank me for it one day. Or if you don't thank me, you're going to thank yourself, most of all. You're going to become wise, you're going to become cleaner, you're going to become smarter, you're going to become more in likeness with Yahuwah. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't, you will. There's a statement that Yahushua made to a woman at a well, and he said, there's going to come a time when people won't go to the church to worship me. They won't go to a mountain to worship me. They won't go to a temple, and they won't go to a place physically to worship. He said, but those that do, they're going to worship Yahuwah in spirit, and they're going to worship in truth. So what did you get today? You got an understanding that your spirit has to be aligned. You need your spirit. You need to be baptized by Yahuwah's spirit. It needs to subdue you, but you have to align yourself first. And then you need truth. And to get truth, it begins at knowledge and wisdom and revelation. And that begins at acknowledging and reverencing the fact that Yahuwah, that God is God. God is a title. So if you want to honor Yahuwah God, whatever. However you want to say it. I hope that this helped with something. I definitely wanted to have more conversations, more dialect, but it was definitely a lot more listening this time, which I appreciate. I hope that you were able to get something out of this and just grasping like it's more to you than what meets the eye. It's more to you than what meets the mind. Your spirit is who you are. Your spirit is evidence that Yahuwah is real, that Yahuwah is present, and that Yahuwah is still in the earth. But the less conditioned you become with aligning your soul to who you really are, you will keep conditioning yourself to the things of this world. And before you know it, you would have sold your soul short of its true experience for being here. And your body is going to follow suit, and it's going to crumble with it. And your whole purpose will be washed away. And then when you go back into that eternal place called the Spirit, and it's time to answer for the job you did, the job you were sent here to do, the job you were hired for, okay? When it's time to be judged on how well you accomplished that job, did you accomplish everything you needed to do, etc., etc., etc. When it's time for that, that's when you're going to see, oh my Yah, what have I done? Or, oh my Yah, wow, look at what I've done. You understand? You understand? You understand? All the stands? I hope so. I really do hope so. I appreciate everybody for joining me. I appreciate everybody for listening. For those of you who get it later, please still comment on YouTube. Still hit me up on Facebook. Yo, drop ideas of things that you want to know more about, that you want to talk about. Right now, my first episodes in this first season, I'm really introducing a lot of things to people. It's a lot of heavy stuff. But we're in a dark time in this world. We're in a heavy time of this world. And there's a lot of heavy revelation being dropped that's really dark, that's really evil. And it is consuming people's spirits, hearts, and minds in a very heavy way. So I don't have time to be giving y'all light work. If you want light work, go do that light work homework on your own, reading scriptures. Okay? But when we come and talk, we're going to talk about it as real and as raw as possible. When Yahashua was speaking, he didn't speak to people like they understood. He spoke in parables the whole time. And he said to them, he who have an ear, let him hear. Okay? He who got an eye, let him see. That's what he said. If it dropped in you and you got it, you got it. If it didn't, it didn't. It just wasn't your time. It just wasn't for you. Yahuwah didn't reveal it to you. That's how Yahashua walked around. He told us to be the same way. He didn't tell us to withhold our light. He told us to give our light, to show our light, to shine our light. So whatever way you can, at whatever base of knowledge you're at, whatever revelation you have with Yahuwah, let that show. You heard Callie say on this today that she's a babe. I don't care if you're a baby or you a G. Okay? Whatever light you have, let it shine. Let it be revealed. Speak from the place you are and the spirit in which resides in you through Yahuwah, and let that be the nature of your conversation, the nature of your wisdom. I promise you, there's many times where I've talked to people and Ruach Kokodesh will start speaking through me, and I'll be over here amen and what's coming out of my mouth, because I ain't never heard it before either. I'm not even joking. And anybody who's been there and done that know exactly what I'm talking about, going, that was really good. I need to write that down. And that's the Ruach Kokodesh. We open ourselves up to being a vessel of truth. So as we're lending ourselves to others, that same truth that's coming inside of us is being lent to us too. It's an amazing thing how Yahuwah does this. But I hope this helps you. This closes out our talk and conversation, or just me jibbing and jabbing with you with information about the source versus resource and why it's so important. It is so vital for you to, one, go to the source so that you can define it and know what resources you should be connected to, what resources should be pouring into you, how you should be connected with resources properly so you don't unalign yourself with the source. All right? And so you don't rely on resources like they're the source. All right? Remember he says, have no gods before me. I'm a jealous God. That's what Yahuwah says. I'm jealous. Okay? He'll knock the person down that you put on a pedestal. Some of you all have some men and women of faith that really love Yahuwah have fallen down on their face in front of you because you worship them more than you worship Yahuwah. And their fall in front of you, whether it was fleshly, whether it was worldly, or whether it was demonic, their fall in front of you was because of you, not them. Real talk, real facts. You don't believe it? Go look it up in scripture. Ask Google. Go ask the church Google. Go ask the prophet AI. Okay? It's in there. All right? Seriously. I love y'all, each of y'all. I love your souls. I care about your soul. I want to be with as many souls as possible, but that ain't up to me. Yahuwah has that number. Yahuwah knows who that is and who it's not. But it's not for me to decide to close my mouth because I go, well, if Yahuwah already know, I shouldn't. Because Yahuwah already knows, you should. You should. So lend yourself the right way. Stay locked in to the scriptures. I'm really looking forward to doing a Bible study. Honestly, what I'm thinking about doing on my fourth episode is not having a precursor, like a spreadsheet or a slide sheet, but doing a live Bible study. All right? So if you have topics, again, drop them to me. I want to see what the poll is going to be on the topics. And if I see the same topic coming up a lot, that's probably going to be the one that I talk about. For real, for real. I'm definitely going to seek Yahuwah's voice on it, making sure that as everything that I give, it gives lend to what Yahuwah wants to speak. I do not speak like churches do with holidays, based on the holidays and based on the season of the Gregorian calendar is what I teach and preach. Y'all, that is bogus. Y'all really think, let me just say this let me just drop another Naomi landmines. Y'all really think that the Gregorian calendar that Yahuwah honors a man-made calendar? Y'all really believe that? Wouldn't it be easier to believe that Yahuwah honors Yahuwah's calendar? Doesn't that make sense? It does. It does. It does. Because why make it? So why do you think that when you go into buildings and they say, the Lord gave me this word for you mothers on Mother's Day, that Yahuwah was like, preach it, my pastor son. Preach to the mothers on this. Y'all complain with me. I'm not saying you're not supposed to celebrate your mama. I'm just saying, why is it just for one day? Shouldn't you be honoring her every day? The scriptures do tell you to honor them. There's many ways you can do it. The scriptures say the best way to honor your mother, for the record, is living according to Yahuwah. Facts. Just for the record. Just for the record. I'm not even joking. When it comes to these holidays, it's not about telling somebody that they're doing something wrong or right. It's about honoring the fact that if you say you Yahushuas, if you're Yahuwah's, and Ruach Kodesh is your guiding factor, that you slowly but surely break away from the things that you are learning and knowing and studying about. Because you will be held accountable to things you do and don't know. The church said that you're only held accountable to things that you do know. That is a lie. That is a lie. If that's the case, there's a lot of people that will be in there. Shoot, if that was the case, I would have just went bow a long time ago. Okay? That's not the case, y'all. You're gonna go through it. It talks about how the sins of the father is laid on generations, up to 4 generations of kids. Y'all understanding that? Some generations are struggling and they're never going to get out because of what they great grandfather did. And his sin is on their head. You know? Facts. This is all scripture. That's why it's important to read it. So that you can find out where you are. Establish your ground. And get aligned, man. We got to stop playing. It's too dark out here. Y'all over here getting offended about racism and politics. Y'all, that is a theater. That's just a world show, a stage to keep you confused and bound and in fear of what's to come. Yahuwah's people don't live by fear. They live under a sound mind. They live under peace. And they live under love. Yahuwah says, I don't give my people that. I don't give my people fear. That spirit ain't from me. So the moment you feel that, the moment you have that, I'm telling you who your daddy is in that moment. Don't be mad at me. I didn't create the scriptures, bro. Don't be mad. Not at me. And if you are mad about that, you ain't mad at me. For real. That ain't Yahuwah hears it or sees it. He knows you're mad at him. So I ain't taking no slight to it. It ain't personal. Real talk. Peace, love, and a sound mind. That is the opposite of fear. Peace, love, and a sound mind. And Yahuwah says in the scriptures, he says this. He says, what casts out fear is perfect love. So if you have a lot of fear, perfect love isn't there to cast it out. Look it up. It's scriptural. You need it. You need it. If you have fear, you need perfect love. You need the source. You need it, yo. You need that more than anything else, yo. You need that more than your boo. You need that more than a person in your bed. You need that more than your next anything, your next bag. You need that more than that job you have. All of that is temporary, yo. It's all made up. All that competition. Water just is here. Why are we paying for it? Food is just here. Why are we paying for it? Everything that we live under, somebody built. Why are we buying it? For real. Y'all, you got it? Like, for real, this ain't old school civilizational stuff. I ain't telling us to go back to horses and wagons, but I am saying that all this I'm saying is true. Stop getting caught up in superficial lifestyles. Stop getting caught up with what you do and don't have naturally. And start getting caught up and what you don't have naturally that is from the spirit realm that belongs to you according to purpose and truth. Please. All right? I don't get paid for this. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with that. I just really want to lend myself to someone out there. Yo, I'm telling you, if y'all told me that I was only put here for one soul and I completed that task, well is my soul, bro. Well is my soul. And if he told me that I was just put here for my own self, then boy, well is my soul. And I'm going to keep this journey going. Y'all follow me? All right, stay locked in. Next Level Genesis at Next Level Gen. That's on YouTube. I have videos that I post, visual art pieces. Basically, they're there to get you intrigued. There's a lot of signs and symbols in some of my videos because I want you to look at things. I want you to break them down. I want you to ask yourself questions. I want you to go, what was that? Why did you put that there? Whether you're doing it with me here or whether you're going, on some dictionary or on the internet or on Google or whatever to go find that information, I really want you to dig deep. I really want you to find truth. I don't want anyone else to be lost that don't have to be lost anymore. I hope this really helps someone. I hope this really ministered to someone. I don't care if you just got one sentence out of this. I don't care if you just went, I've been thinking that this whole time. Finally, somebody is, whatever it is, confirmation, affirmation. You know what I mean? I hope it was good for you. It's good for me. I tell you that now. All right? You're not alone. It's many of us. It's many of us on this journey. Okay? And that many may be few compared to how many people have been here in this earth. I mean, we're talking about billions and trillions of people have been here continuously, right? So a few may only be like 2 billion people. I don't know. I ain't been able to count how many people have been here since we began, okay? But what I do know is you want to be amongst the few. You do. You do. You want to be amongst the called out, the called on, and the chosen. You want to be amongst the ones that are setting themselves apart to be consecrated. He said very clearly that when Yahushua comes, he's coming back for his perfect bride. So that means that there are going to be people here that are going to be on that narrow path that are going to be found perfect in Yahuwah. Not in what the church teaches and the temples teaches and the shamans teaches and all the other things out there the Indians teach and all the religions or non-denominationals or whatever. But just strictly you connecting yourself to the spirit of Yahuwah and letting Yahuwah teach. Where were the men and women of faith when there wasn't this? They were in the spirit. They were connected. That's the desire of my heart. To be so connected in the spirit and so aligned that I no longer need to read what it is that I need to do because I am what I read. And I just automatically know what to do. I do pray, P-R-A-Y, hope that is your goal too. If it's never been your goal, I hope at some point when you hear me talk, you change your mind. And I also hope that you teach your kids around you how to do it. You teach your friends around you how to do it. Your mom and dad, your great-grandma, your great-grandpa, whoever. That you get them aligned. Y'all start studying together. Start asking questions. Laugh. I don't care if y'all drinking while y'all reading and smoking. Whatever you doing while you doing it, just do it. Get there. Okay? There was a time when I would be high than a mofo. Sitting in church talking about, I hope you speak to me today. Because that's just where I was. That's just where I was in my path. When y'all reached me, he didn't reach me holy and doing things right. When Yahuwah reached me, I was off. I was really, really off. I was off. I was awful. I just off. Okay? For real. So don't worry about where you at. Worry about where you're going if you don't figure out who you are and what you are with Yahuwah and the source, man. I appreciate y'all so much. I do. I could talk to y'all all day. You have no idea. I've had a long day. Long day meaning tiring. letting the word. I'm still separating myself from the things of this world, from having to be employed by this world. Doesn't mean I don't believe in work, but there's a level of work that Yah assigned to us to do to be able to supply our needs and to get the things we need, and that had nothing to do with what the world's doing. Did you know that the world's wealth is laid up for the righteous? Did you know that? That's scriptures too. So we're not supposed to be struggling. There's wisdom and information and revelation and knowledge that when you align yourself righteously, there's a favor and an ability that comes over you where you really don't have to do it the world's way to get the things of the natural world to be in your life and to work for you. As you continue to connect with me and talk with me and study with me and walk with me and chat with me and challenge me, and shoot, you might bring reproof to me and encourage me and all of that too, because we in this together. We'll get to that point of talking about how certain things in my life, how I align myself more and more with those things, and I'll show you more and more tangible things in my life from where I have and where I have been to where I am now. And then also, as you continue to walk with me and I walk with you, to where we're both going to be going. We're in this together. We're in this together. So set yourself apart. Take time for yourself. If you don't know Yah's voice, that's what you need vacation time for. That's what you need separation time for. That's what you need to fast for. Not for your next job. Not for where your money coming from next. Yahuwah says very clearly in his word, seek the kingdom and all the things that you have need of will come. They'll follow you. They'll come right to you. We're not aligning ourselves right, so we're struggling, y'all. And we're not supposed to struggle. We're not supposed to do that. All right? Peace to everybody. I do ask that Yahuwah seals up his word and anything that you read, anything that you heard, that it not be stolen from the enemy, that he's not able to pluck it out of your soul, out of your mind, but that you really have gotten closer to alignment, true alignment with your soul, true alignment with yourself. I really do. I really do. All right. I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. Let me give y'all my amazing thank you. You're going to hear my voice in the background, but give my amazing thank you because I got to do it. This is NAOMI'S Landmines, baby. A more relaxed version of it, but nevertheless is what it is. So thank you so much. I appreciate you all for coming, for joining me, for keeping it real with me, for aligning yourself into truth, aligning yourself into wisdom, aligning yourself into righteous behavior, aligning yourself into the things of Yah, making things right, getting things right, teaching things the right way, getting with your boo, talking to your boo about real stuff, getting with your family, talking to your family about real stuff. Yo, let's have a big discussion next time. Invite someone. I'm going to put these blasts out of my next event. I really think that I might start doing this every week because I was really missing y'all last week. I really was. I really was. But last week I had to do some work too. I had to be there to support, show some love. But please, please, please send over requests of things you want me to talk about, things you want me to discuss. Nothing is too small. Nothing is too deep. Nothing is too big. If you want to talk about how squirrels were created, at this point, I do not care. I just want us to have a conversation about truth. Thank you so much for attending NAOMI'S Landmines. And you all have an amazing, amazing night. Rest in peace to you all.